Chaos.
What is up, retro gamers and streamers? This is Bobby Gaines, otherwise known as Chaos Blur, and this is a day that has been a long time coming. The all-new RETROMANIA Retropolis setup is here. It actually has been here for quite some time. I've been kind of experimenting about how I'm going to do this, and we're going to see more in the actual episode today. So, first off, I mean, what do I say about the old Retropolis? I don't want to get too much more emotional. These here, this is the official headset. I need that light to come back on. That's another thing too, there's going to be plenty of lights. If you guys are worried about the lighting going away when I change setups, that will not be an issue, but there'll be plenty of lights, just never when we need them. But there'll be plenty of lights and plenty of insanity, plenty of things to go here. When thinking about how I was going to mix this up, and you're probably wondering why am I holding this ratty headset? Well, this was the headset that got us through, not just 79 retro streams, but several other streams. Back in its heyday, it actually wasn't falling apart, if you can believe that. But anyway, onto the present, and also onto the past, because, retro gaming was all about shifting perspectives, whether it was the original, Atari Pong games, E.T., that game was not really known for being that great, but all the original games, whether it was text adventures and things like that, then going to, full-on 2D platformers, whether in arcades or in your home with the original NES, the Sega Master System, the Mega Drive, or Genesis as we call it here in America, and so on. Gaming was always about shifting your perspective, literally. Then we went from 2D to 3 dimensions with, the PlayStation, the Sega Saturn, the Nintendo 64, and so on. And so I wanted to kind of take that idea of shifting perspectives and, how can we do it now as we shift, literally, to a new place here with Retro, here for RETROMANIA, and I can't really think of a way, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Hey, hey, where are you guys? Where are you going? Where are you going? No, 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 no. Over here. Over here. All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the brand new setup for Retromania going forward here. This is Retromania 80 live with Chaos Blur. Now, you may be wondering, where is Chaos Blur? Is it actually snowing out? I'm going to take a look outside before I pan this all the way over. Yeah, where is that bastard? Where's Chaos Blur? Anyone seen him? Anyone seen him? Well, I've seen him. I've seen them. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting me for 79, now going on 80 episodes of Retro Action. And I know what IDM Pod's thinking. He wants to be squeezed right in here in this impossibly small setup that I've got going on here. Hey, yo. No, it's just Dusty. Hey, yo. All right. IDM Pod let me have it already. Welcome, everybody, to the brand new Retropolis 2. Not too many surprises here because, as you know, this is the Chaos Cave that you've been seeing for the past few months. Hard to believe it's actually only been a few months since I moved over here. I'm still experimenting. Eventually, I got to get like markers on the floor so I know, like, what's a good angle and all that good stuff. But yeah, this is a taste of what's to come. I'm actually going to move over in just a little bit, and we're going to see that iconic windowsill that we just saw not too long ago during the intro. I've also got a few new tricks up my sleeve. Not too much. Again, this is the starter episode. It's kind of weird to think that I'm starting over, in a manner of speaking, after so many years of doing retro, quote-unquote, the old way. But plenty of stuff we can discuss. Window silly, RGB markers, window silly. Okay, so anyway. We are going to get to the retro gaming here. We're going to get retroactive for the first time in the new Retropolis, the new retro setup. But speaking of which, I usually do this, and I'm going to do it again every retro episode. The icebreaker question, it's usually something silly like what's your favorite snack or what your favorite game is or whatever. Well, this time we got a bit of a different one here. Hey, yo. Windows silly, I get it. This time, we're actually going to ask something relevant to the chat, which is, what should I name this new retro setup? There are many potential options here. We got Retropolis 2, New Retropolis, Super Retropolis. No, actually, I actually ended up nixing Retrotropolis. I just realized I got to turn a light on. I'll do that in a bit. There's going to be a lot of moving along here. Moving. There's going to be a lot of moving here. All right, fine. Is Melvin really Pakistani? That is not one of the questions on the ballot right now. But I appreciate you for asking. Let's go head on over to that windowsill. I'll be right over there. Dog tickles, yes, we know. Toaster gets on one thing, and then he is off to the races. But again, I'd like to welcome everybody to Retromania, episode 80. We had a very heartfelt goodbye to Retropolis, the main setup, not that long ago. And like I said, this is my icebreaker poll here. All right, whatever nonsense is going on there is going on. But the poll is up. It's up for me as well. We got New Retropolis, Retropolis 2, Mega Retropolis. Do we just go back to calling it Retropolis? I have considered that. Or the Retro Cave. I should mention this, this poll does not technically define what I end up naming this going forward, but, I will take this vote into consideration, as well as, if anyone has any other names or suggestions for names, I'll be down for those as well. This is going to be a little awkward. I acknowledge that in advance. About as awkward as a stream can be, where we're just talking about dog fondling. Hey, yo. You feel me here? This is a little more familiar, isn't it? Welcome back. You guys miss me? No, this is Retropolis 2. Like I said, we got a lot of things still to work on. I got shelving over here to my left. I got the computer gaming stuff over on my right. We got retro action all around us. We actually have a pretty cool laser setup that I can't really show. Can I show that? I might have a way to show that. Hold on. What is up? Something Sonic CD Blast. Oh, I see we got Big Mac joining the stream. Can I get this? I doubt it. I want to see. I'm curious how high this can go. Like how high the camera can go. Can we go all the way to the ceiling? We cannot go all the way to the ceiling. All right, never mind. I remember a little while back. I don't remember when exactly, because memories kind of elude me. But Big Mac had asked me, like, oh, we're going to have an alternate camera angle for Retromania like we always did. And I'm like, yes and no. So we are, obviously. Like I said, we got We got the stuff over here to the left. We got the gaming cabinet, which just turned off. Funny enough, just like in my intro, shit just turned off. So you're probably wondering, how can I read the chat from here? I can't. Not really. I can pull up my phone and look at it, which is why not everything will take place here in this one area, but a good amount of it will. We still have the Color My World options. I might address that when we get to it. I might just see what happens. The games themselves, relatively unchanged. We're going to have the Retron 5 running through a number of HDMI splitters and things like that. I will occasionally check that chat. It looks like the first round just wrapped up, or the first icebreaker round, so let's go ahead and take a look over there, shall we? Hey-oh. Metropolis 2, one may say Retropolis. Headset definitely not grabbing your voice. Okay, well that's good to know right off the bat, because that was the infamous problem with the first one. Or not the first one, but head definitely not. Alright, well, see, this is why I'm glad we get down to the issues here. Now we can watch me troubleshoot it in real time. Hey, yo, couldn't say that before. Alright, anyone else not hearing me through the headset? Wow, we had one whole vote on that poll. We had like 4 people here, one whole vote for the Retro Cave, which is honestly a name that I don't mind that name, but, so then what is getting my voice? Hey, 1, 2, I mean, this is showing me this is literally showing the headset working, but if no one else is hearing me, that is possible. I don't see why that would be the case. Yeah, no, I'm definitely getting it. I mean, how much more do you want to hear? I didn't get to vote. Well, somebody voted. Anyway, I mean, that was just a practice round anyway. I mean, I just arrived 2 minutes ago and the vote was already ended. Well, that's okay, because you're here now. Appreciate having you here for the ride for RETROMANIA 80. And again, I'd like to welcome everybody here. This is one of 2 views that we're going to see from most of this. Future RETROMANIAs may have up to 3 or 4 views, but well, hopefully more than that. But I mean in terms of angles. Can I get the freaking ceiling lights? I'm probably not going to be able to get the ceiling lights. It is kind of cool watching the webcam go up like that, though. Hey, yo. Full audio, Bobby. Better, that's much better. How long were you guys going to let me, like, talk before you said that there wasn't, like, any audio? Anyway, new RETROMANIA. It still feels weird. Something's missing. Something's definitely missing. There we go. Now it's RETROMANIA. All right, but seriously, you guys have been great. 79 episodes of this nonsense, going on 80. This almost kind of feels more like a traditional streaming setup, to be honest. So, in some ways, this is a long time coming. Let's go ahead and queue up our first round. We let you be you. Well, maybe sometimes I am my own worst enemy. Let's go ahead and queue up round 1 on the voting end of things right now. Alrighty. We have got, the bots are here as well. Love to see the bots. Love to see the bots. We got Super Mario All-Stars on Super Nintendo, NBA Jam, a favorite of Randy's, Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex on GameCube, Sonic Spinball, and Donkey Kong Country. This camera sure is fancy moving by itself. Hey, you know, they have made quite a few advances these days. Boop, 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 in the world of cameras. And I'm actually going to go ahead and move myself over in just a second here. Again, do I want to? No, I don't want to broadcast from there. I could hypothetically just stand up. I could stand up and just walk around the room. I'm going to vote and then hunt a raccoon. Okay, that's actually probably not a joke. He probably really is going to hunt one. Well, that's another fun thing we can do while we wait. And again, I can't really read the chat once I go over there, but we can vote for what drink I have. We already saw that I had Sprite, and that's Sprite with cherry, it's cherry limeade Sprite. It's really good, actually. We had that, and we got Baja Blast. We got regular. Actually, we don't have regular Mountain Dew. I should probably go look over there and see what I actually have to drink before I just volunteer it. But yeah, the chaos voting is enabled right now, so for 80 points apiece, there can be additional votes. They don't have to be, but there can be. And the best thing is, I'm probably not going to know what wins, because I'm going to go over to the windowsill right now, because, honestly, it's just kind of rude not to be over there. Hey, yo. Glad this headset reaches. Barely, but it does. I kind of wanted to bring back that feeling of, like, barely being able to move on the streams. Like, I always loved that, you know? Like, I loved that back in the not-so-old days. But, yeah, seriously, what should I drink right now? We got ourselves some Coca-Cola, always a classic. We got, like I mentioned, the Baja Blast. Good eye by IDM Pod, by the way, noticing that, like, even as soon as the early camera pan around started, we got the Coca-Cola, we got, actually that's it. We got 3 different things. We have a can of Spetsy on hand, but it's empty. I was going to say it's fake. No, it's a real can, but it's empty. There is not a thing in here. And the best thing is, if I want to be able to read the chat right now, I have to go to my phone. So that was kind of my issue here. I'm like, why can't I just launch polls from my phone? That could just be one seamless experience. But there's always got to be a seam or two, you know. Of course, the most fun part of this whole thing, and I'll just show it on camera now. I know it kind of breaks the immersion, but this fun little Game Boy looking thing. This is not a Game Boy. It's not a Dreamcast VMU. This is the new remote for my webcam, tripod, whatever you want to call this thing. I guess technically it is controlling the tripod. This room's going to look even better at night. But let me just take a look at the chat real quick, because I do have a screen. It's like way over there, and I can't really read it unless I'm back where the games are. And I did a little test video long before I tried this for real, because I'm just that crazy, where I was like, oh, let me see how this looks. And I'm like, oh, it looks actually pretty decent. So I decided to go with this, because I had a lot of different ideas, believe it or not. I had a lot of different ideas of what I was going to do here. I even considered doing 2 different webcams. That's technically not off the table. Like, that could be a future idea, but I also kind of like this. And I feel like, you know, we spend a lot of time going back and forth anyway with the retro setups. So let's see here. I'm hesitant to report this poll. I'm not a Nazi. All right. Don't know what that means. You're going to have to read these comments. All right. Yeah, no, he was right. Drink water. All right. That wasn't a choice. So I will, like, kind of just read this. One thing is I'll be able to tell when the round is over, because I can see the poll well enough to see the bars moving left and right, and I'll be able to tell when it goes to green that the round is over. I technically won't even know if it's a tie yet, so I kind of like that, actually. I mean, I could technically cheat and just look at the poll on my phone, but I'm not going to. What if the votes tie? Got a tiebreaker? Oh, God, I hope the fucking things don't tie. I honestly don't. I hate ties. That's another reason why I always employ the retro... Well, not always, but I do retro chaos or something else. I hate ties. I don't understand. I don't like wearing them, and I don't like when they occur in voting things. It just seems so anticlimactic. It's like, vote for anything you want, guys, and nobody can decide. I mean, we'll see. This is going to be a really good episode. I mean, it already is, in my opinion. Nothing's broken yet, so that's a good start. But we got a long show to go. And we got 5 rounds here today, in case you guys are wondering. I'll be interested to see who, if anybody, uses the Retro Chaos feature. I really don't like reading the chat on my phone. Also, if anyone redeems any rewards, I will redeem them, but it won't be able to happen until I get back to my chair, because my Stream Deck is all the way over there, which, again, I could have extended that out to here, but why when I'm going to keep on moving? This is actually a really cool ceiling light. I got to find a way to get this ceiling light on the freaking stream. That light looks really cool up there. Reminds me of a time when I was DJing, and I was like, oh, man, I got this really cool, like, laser light thing, and I cannot see it, so... Yeah, I look forward to all this. If the votes tie, we take over the government. Bobby swaddles a puppy. Man, this is really just going to become a thing now. YOLO, he's Sonic. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thanks for reminding me. I got to turn on some more of the stuff back here. You technically didn't remind me, but that's fine. There are a couple things I can turn on additionally. Not that anybody's going to be able to really see them. Of course, the old Sonic Adventure light. I love this thing right here. All right, I do see the results of the vote over there, and it looks like it is a tie, which I already hate to see that. I'm guessing nobody did Retro Chaos, which is fine with me. Also, nobody voted on a drink, so I'm just going to go ahead and drink a Coke. Hey, yo. I'm just going to start with a Coke. I mean, we got a whole stream ahead of us, so. More streaming right now. I want to try to not stay on my phone too much here. We did indeed tie, which I feel like you kind of knew that, or at least you suspected it because you had that ready to go. It figures. I mean, ties were always very common in the original Retro. I'm going to take a look. Obviously, I'm going to take a look at what the votes ended up being. Woo! Cock. I didn't think Cock was in the vote, to be honest. All right. Wow. All right. That was a tie of 1-1. And I didn't even see the games. Like, the poll already dropped out before I saw what the fucking game... I know one was Sonic Spinball. That tied. Hold on. I'll just check it on here. Crash Wrath of Cortex and Sonic Spinball both tied. All right. I'm trying to think. What is the easiest way to do this? Not easy, but yeah, Crash versus Spinball. This is how you remind me of what I really am. Either way, I got to go over and get the games. Oh, that's actually a feature. Let me see. Hold on. Let me do a couple things here. See, now, with this brand new immersive technology, you guys can see me do, like, everything. Like, you can see, like, where I put the games, how I get them. Like, this is full, sweeping, 360-degree coverage of the room I'm in, not just the part you usually see. So we got our games right here, actually. Spoiler alert. I'm going to go ahead and, long story short, and I'd like to take the camera back over to me, but it would take, like, another 5 minutes. Long story short, the only rule I had for a tie post-RETROMANIA voting or post-Retro Trivia was that I just break the tie But I think that's a little, like, kind of, like, bizarre. Oh, thank you, Randy. We will see you in just a second. So I'm going to do something here. I'm actually going to make sort of an executive decision. And I am going to break the tie, but I'm going to do it not just based on what game I want, but on what game has appeared less often, if that makes sense. So I feel like we've had Sonic Spinball. I know we had Sonic Spinball in Retro 79. We've had it in a few episodes recently. So where I'm going with this is, it's going to be Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex on GameCube because that game hasn't appeared as often. I mean, it has appeared pretty often, but not as often. Just hold up. We will take a look. Also, welcome to the stream, Randy. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of cool that I can actually go off camera and get the game and come back. But yeah, welcome back. Welcome back, Randy. Welcome to the show. We are here in the brand new, fancy looking retro setup here. In fact, while this pans over very, very slowly, and I gotta be careful because I got a lot of wiring here, but ID and Pod knows what that's about. Managing wires and cables and all that fun stuff here. Alright. Don't you guys worry. I'm gonna go ahead and tinker with the GameCube here. So like I said, we're going to play a little Wrath of Cortex. I think that's as fair a way as I can think of. Like, I don't like ties. Like, ideally, here's how I would break the tie. I would not have ties. I would not have ties. Like, you're tired from yesterday? I'm tired from yesterday, but I'm not as tired as I thought I would be, which is maybe because I'm, like, kind of hyped up for the new RETROMANIA, but, yeah, in case you guys missed it, that's another thing I can do. I can show the game off. Like, again, I'm always going to miss Retropolis. Retropolis was great, not denying that, but, you know, this does have its advantages. It allows me a little more freedom. You know, you can see me grab the game, put it in, all that great stuff, because, you know, you couldn't see that before. In fact, we're going to go ahead and fire the game up and get Retro started more properly. I can read the chat comments and all that stuff, and then in between rounds, we'll have our little windowsill chats. I know how much you enjoy those. Hey, all right. So let's switch over to the game right now. It really is the Christmas shark. That's right. Let me switch over real quick. Let's switch back to the game. No, let's not. This is, of course, the shark that you guys all know and love. He's feeling the holiday spirit, as am I. Again, here on Retro. I almost said 78 for some reason. Here on Retro 80, howdy, howdy, howdy. This is the Christmas shark, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas 2025, and more importantly, a very special welcome to Retropolis. What are we saying? The Retro Cave, tentatively speaking? I don't think I'm going to call it that. No offense to whoever submitted that name. It's not a bad name. I even considered it. Woo! I liked your... Yeah, you know what? It's not that I don't like that. It, again, goes back to I don't like ties. I just don't like ties. What did I do yesterday? I went to the Holiday Lights with my friends, a couple of whom are on this very stream. Okay, hold on. Do I not have the memory card? Or do I have the wrong one plugged in? Kind of like this. I kind of don't. Just in terms of, like, lighted. Okay, I had to think for a second, because there's, like, 3 or 4 rewards that involve lights, and I'm like, okay, she's doing the one that's actually not retro-related, so that's going to be a recurring theme during the Christmas season. I like the tiebreaker quizzes, too. Again, it kind of just got hard to think of questions that people hadn't seen a million times. I started to reuse them, and it also just, I don't know. I can definitely appreciate the appeal of that. Anyway. Maximum Atrocity. Alright, I was wondering if this would get used. Obviously, it just did. This is a retro-related one, so we are going to go ahead, because believe it or not, there are more lights than what you've even seen here. We're going to go ahead and turn on every light in here now, which, again, is a lot of lights. Like, you think there's a lot of lights in here now, besides the ones that are superimposed above me. I'm not counting that. Also, Maximum Atrocity is a reference to episode 50 of Retromania, which is widely considered by me to be the best stream I ever did, not just the best retro stream. But anyway, we all doing today. Welcome to Retro 80 again, everybody. We got plenty of options here. Glad to see people are getting into the gimmicks early on. I mean, that's why I started them. And like I said, this does offer a fairly nuanced way to look at things. I'm going to go ahead and just turn on the lights. So we should have a light in that corner, which will be going on in a second. We do. It's not really showing up super well, but it is there. We have a light in this corner. In this corner, we got another light going on over here. And then up top, there should be another light. Actually, I guess there's only 3 more lights, but they're just very bright. And when mixed with the laser light that you guys can't see because it's on the freaking ceiling, well, yeah. Anyway, Chaos Cave light that is up there, shining. Actually looks pretty cool. Alright, cool. So we got some lights. We still have not gotten to a single game yet, but that's alright. Let's do it up right now. I was going to say, ID and Pod might remember this game. Might not, because he last joined me for a retro stream back in Retro 70, 10 episodes ago, believe it or not. And we played Crash Bandicoot as a team. He played most of it, or he played parts of it. We played it as a team, but mostly he did. Alright, where is my game audio? There it is. Okay. Load game. I was going to say, I don't know where I am in this game, and that's okay. Today might be one of the few retros where, obviously, I'm still interested in the game, but it's going to be just about as much as, you know, just seeing how things are going as anything. I'm liking the atmosphere in here. Again, early on, hard to say, but liking the atmosphere a lot. Crash 0%. Doesn't say. It has been a lot. No way that I haven't played this game in like 4 years. It's like 2021. I mean, it hasn't been on a lot of retros, but it's been on some. Obviously, this game kind of employs some of the graphic design from Crash 3. We're just going to go ahead and play a level or two here, obviously. Like I said, the main idea of today, again, I appreciate everyone for watching, checking out Retropolis here, the new RETROMANIA for the very first time. Always weird. Weird even saying that. Also, I'm going back and reading some of the comments. Here we go. More right now. Kind of level design here is based on, reminds me of a level from Crash 2. I mean, I'm sure this game's like the unofficial Crash 4, I think. Like, a lot of people consider this Crash 4. I mean, I consider Crash 4 Crash 4, but that's another story. We got any Crash Bandicoot fans in the house? I assume we have at least one. Kind of funny that the Retro Chaos was on and the first vote was 1-1. Like, hey, I mean, I welcome it. I'll be in his cockpit. Hey, yo, what's going on, Becca's-on? Do I have to do the whole intro again? I really don't want to do the whole intro again. I spent like 10 minutes doing a whole tour of this place. But I can do it again. It is kind of like that, though, isn't it? Oh, lordy. Good evening. We are here in the Retro Cave. We still have not really come up with a name for that. Ready for the Christmas Caleb. Who's Christmas Caleb? I don't know. But I know who Becca's-on is. And, like I said, like there's some benefits to this. And some not so benefits. It really is time for Alla Musson Tanzen. Yeah, you really don't see those lights unless I pan to the other side of the room, which I can do. We might, right after this. See, Bex would have voted for Sonic Spinball. I mean, somebody voted for Sonic Spinball. I can already guess who it was. Hey, yo. Turns around. I've been expecting you, yes. Ooh, how would I say that in German? Hold on. I've been... That's an interesting tense. Ich erwartete mich an der Frau Bex. Das klingt nicht good. I can't do German today. I can barely do English. Turns around. Now you're gonna get that song in there. Something about Ich erwartete. Or I expected you. What is I've been is a weird tense even in English. It's like a past present tense. More right now. Ich habe sie dich erwartet. Ah. Sehr gut. Yeah, like I said, you missed a little bit of the fun intro stuff, but we'll be seeing more of this pretty decent setup pretty soon here. For me, it is a sign of goodwill that I voted at... Oh, wow! I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget, but I knew that this was not, you know, Big Mac's, like, cup of tea in terms of he does not like Retro Chaos. The thing is, nobody else did either. Like, it's completely optional. Nobody has to vote a million times just because it's turned on, and it seems like nobody did. So I'm fine with people just voting once. I'm not requiring people to vote a million times. It's an option, and again, it costs oodles and oodles of fake money, so it don't come free. Es ist nicht kostenlos. Why'd I put a T in kostenlos? Alright. I've been looking forward to this episode. I've also been a little bit nervous about it. You know me, I tend to overhype things in my head a little bit. Well, I like this crash. Hey, oh, do you not like other crashes? Yeah, I know, this is a weird setup. We'll be back. We'll be back with more of the front of me after the round. So it's going to be very, like, new retro format is going to be featuring a lot of different points of view. So, like, during gameplay, obviously, we're going to mostly focus on the game. But then in between, we're going to get a little more interactive. Some might even say retroactive with it. All right. No! Wait, what? Ah. I mean, I could turn all the way around. You're going to make me turn all the way around, aren't you? You know what? I cannot imagine sitting in a chair all day and not being able to move. Okay, that was bad. That was really bad. I'm sorry. I'm not a good person. I never claimed to be a good person. Alright, anyway. Back to the game. How we doing? We got Shads, we got Becca's on, we got a lot of the same cast we had wrapping things up on Retro 79, so I'm glad to see that. We will get to round 2 of the voting momentarily. We had a couple polls already. We had the Icebreaker poll. We technically had the What Should I Drink poll, which is not even an official poll, but nobody voted in it. And now here we are. But I can't say we didn't get people. I always appreciate the support. And, you know, last episode especially was a little emotional for me, of course, but that's what made it even more important that we had so many people here to support it. But yeah, you like this Crash game? You like Wrath of Cortex? I know some people do. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it enough to have it break the tie. Hey, yo. Don't worry, though. If you don't like this camera's point of view, there will be more. Right now. Or whenever I feel like it, really. So what do we have? Like, what? I'm trying to think. Some people missed some stuff. Some people missed a lot of stuff. So what do we have? What is the difference between this Retropolis and past Retropoli? Well, like I said, we can kind of move camera angles around here. We can go. Let's show you guys where the action usually takes place when I'm more, you know, we're in between rounds. We can kind of chill over here by the windowsill. Yes, this camera can move faster, but I actually prefer that it doesn't. You know, you get to really take everything in. That's kind of our main base of operations. They got the Polaroid. I understand the joke, except for the vague. Like, what does that mean? It's gone? Hey, yo. Of course, you got my posters there. This literally just feels like I'm giving you a tour of the room, because I am basically giving you a tour of the room. In fact, that's even a reward that I have going on now. We got these lights added in as per Rem's request. Because the request is still part of the whole deal. Don't worry, guys. We'll get back to seeing my decent-looking face momentarily. And this is how the cable will get tangled around the webcam, by the way. I wanted to return some of that, you know, the dynamic feel of Retropolis. I like how I'm talking like I'm some kind of, like, modern artiste. Alright, but there you go. That's your better look at it, because I didn't really give you guys a good look at it before. And again, it's so tempting to look over at that screen and be like, oh, what am I missing? But then, of course, I miss it, so here we go. What is level 2? Tornado Alley. Hold on, let me at least see what this is called. Bamboozled. I don't know what that is. Let's try it. Let's do a few levels here. How's everyone doing tonight? Today, tonight, whatever time it is. About 2:30 here, getting things started here. For another exciting RETROMANIA. If it seems like it's been a while since the last one, it has been. It was literally on the Tag der Deutschen Einheit. Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to do that time trial. I'm gonna, like, purposely just off myself there so we don't have to do the time trial. I do not like time trials, in case you guys couldn't tell. Hey, yo. Alright. These were like the little monkey ball courses, basically. Twitch reconnected chat, so if I don't... Wait, what? Reconnected chat constantly, so I won't type much if I can't. Oh, that's interesting. Anyone else having that issue? So far, we had an issue, brief issue with the headset earlier, which was more just me not having it connected all the way. Okay, that was actually kind of a slick save there. Yeah, we got the GameCube. We got all the consoles, really, so I am looking at the chat, but I can't look at it too much. I might miss something here. It's actually kind of a fun level. I know, like, Crash games, especially later Crash games, like the ones after the original trilogy, always try to, like, add stuff. Like, things that you wouldn't normally associate with Crash. In this game, it was these weird, like, rolling sections. Kind of reminds me of Fusion Frenzy, which came out around. Actually, yeah, Fusion Frenzy was after, or before this game. Or maybe around the same time. I don't know. It's not like rolling around in a ball was that unprecedented. Rolling around in a ball of bamboo. Just the way Big Mac so, like, emphatically was like, hey, at least I voted. I don't like the... He doesn't like the Retro Chaos. You know what? I respect that. It's not for everybody. But it does, you know, add a little bit to the intrigue. And speaking of intrigue, let me tell you right now, as we barrel our way through here, it's actually not a bad level. As far as these gimmick levels go, this is not too bad. Not great, but it's not too bad. I know Risefall likes this game. Risefall, what's his name? Scarecrow, they all like this game, or at least part of them do. Pretty long level for the first one of this. There does seem to be a pretty decent control of physics here, as I almost fell to my death. Definitely gather some lives doing this, which we're going to need, depending on how far I get here. I usually don't get very far on these. Checkpoint. Oop, hold on. No! Okay, good thing I didn't keep going there. No, no, oh! Hey, yo. Yeah, we had Randy here. I don't know if we still do, but Randy's a big fan of Retro. Hopefully we see him for Christmas Chaos, December 21st. Which is only in a few weeks now. Like, all this stuff is just coming up so quickly. Oh, that would have been bad. Okay, there we go. That said, like, down. It had, like, a down arrow. I mean, it didn't say down, but it had a down arrow, like I was supposed to go lower there, and I don't know. Hey, yo. Hey, yay, yo. Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me see what it is first. Wizards and Lizards. That sounds very much like a Crash 3 level. Let's check it out, though. I like Crash 3, otherwise known as Warped. I kind of wanted this to be, I mean, even though it's got, I mean, it's always going to be known as the episode where we change settings. You know, this is the new Retropolis, so I kind of knew it was going to be big in that regard, but I wanted to make it as relaxed as possible. Like, you know, I typically make retros like the biggest streams ever, and they're still important to me, and will be going forward, but, like, it should be a chill time, too. Like, I should be, you know, alright, I guess that should happen. I should just enjoy the game, you know, and you guys should enjoy it, too. So, you know, I don't want to put so much pressure on it that it's not fun anymore, you know? Not that ever happened. And I will say, already, I feel more comfortable just from a practicality point of view here. That, you know, it's just easier. Let's get retroactive indeed. What's going on, Zero? I don't know why I don't remember this level. I also don't play this game that much. So, like, when I do play this game, I'm usually pleasantly surprised. I'm like, oh, there's some pretty cool levels here. It definitely makes a lot of use of, like, the stuff from, you know, the Crash games on PS1. You know, just kind of updated. You got the bonus stages they brought back. Again, we're just going to go through a few levels here. Playing a bit of Outer Worlds 2. Alright, I know my friend Bex is a fan of that game, as I'm sure other people are as well. I did stream the original Outer Worlds for a little bit. Never got very far on it. Not that we should be surprised about that. We got your brother here. I know he has more identity than that. Oh, no! Just blow up in a burst of nitrous acid. Yeah, in addition to this being the first retro stream in Retropolis 2, Retro Cave, don't know what we're calling it yet. In addition to that, oh my god, it's a dinosaur. In addition to that, it is the last stream of November. We're going to have more games Christmas past. We're going to have more streams in general as we get closer and closer to Christmas Day. And, of course, stay tuned for stuff like the Christmas Fireside Chat and things like that. Oh my god, I don't know why I thought that was a finish line. I thought, like, the chase was over. The chase is not over. And I gotta say, the rumble was pretty good on the old GameCube controller, as you guys can see. And also, Retro Chaos is on. I'm wondering if there's anything else I should mention as I'm getting chased by this damn thing. Like anything I haven't already said. Does anyone have any questions for me? I feel like I'm giving a presentation. Does anybody... YDM Pod mentioned, is this a tutorial? It's like, in some ways it is, because we both kind of have to learn. I'm gonna say, I can't see. We both have to kind of learn the limitations and the benefits of this new setup together. Like, it's not just me, it's really the whole thing, so... You know, like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do that I couldn't do before? There are some things in the setup that I really do like, even just one round in. I do like some of the stuff we can do here. Maybe we couldn't do before. Oh, damn it, I did not realize those were going to fall so fast. I knew they were going to fall, but I thought it was going to be a very slow progression. All right. This is one of the harder chase levels, considering it's early on in the game. I just blew up. It's a good thing I got some of those extra lives so quickly. I know you're eager, but you don't even have your net yet. And I don't. So, of course, you have the old problem of, like, stuff coming up from the foreground way too quickly. Like, you're just running, you're running, and then the nitrous crates just kind of hit you. Okay. I like when it goes to 2D. I'm glad they didn't, for me, it was always that perspective. There's something off about it. You mean Crash? Or are you talking about the current camera setup where I'm kind of turning away from the camera, but only for now. I will turn my chair back. It's just kind of hard to play a game without looking at it, but I assume you mean the Crash perspective. I kind of like it, though. Like, I get what you're saying, but, like, it's part of the game. Like, I don't know. It is kind of part of the game that you have this weird 2D, 3D. Yeah, this level definitely has some issues. I mean, again, it tried to be the PS1 Crash games. Didn't always succeed in that regard, but... Then it randomly goes back to 3D. Ah, damn it. I just got turned into a bat. So yeah, I can see where that would be. That's a deal breaker, right? Oh my god, I gotta start this again? Or... Okay, no, the bat's already done. We're done with the bat. Oh no, I'm dead! And it goes to a weird little, like, cutaway of him dying, which, I mean, I guess it's not that uncommon for Crash. So, people wondering what the theme of today's episode is, there really isn't one. I will say, and I'll tell people after the show if they don't notice, there's one common thing that every round has, but it's so bizarre. Not even bizarre, but it's a recurring thing that you might notice if you really pay attention to what games are on what round. Like, you might be like, wait a minute. But it's, again, it's very obscure what it is. And it's also, once I tell you, it'll be one of those things like, oh, how was I going to notice that? Now, again, you guys didn't, some of you didn't see the ballot for round one. It involves Sonic Spinball, Crash, some other games. Obviously, here we are. Okay, I don't like this ending. The color orange. Okay, not a bad guess, but no. I don't know why I needed to switch my camera for that, but... And you also spelled color the British way, but that's alright. Okay, what the hell? Let's say. The thing about this game is, like, I'm really bad at it, but I also almost never get a game over because I keep getting extra lives. It's that whole thing. Which is why I kind of miss lives in newer games. Like, I like kind of the pressure of, like, you know, can I keep this streak going long enough to get the extra lives that I need? That's how we learned it in school, and that's fine. I mean, I know other countries pronounce it that way. Or not pronounce it, spell it. It's still pronounced the same way. God damn it! What the hell was that? Like, I know I turned into a ghost, but that's just a very bizarre-looking Crash ghost. But yeah, I see what you mean about this perspective being off. It's hard to tell, like, how about a little mini-game? You could try to guess who voted and what for. I mean, granted, I couldn't even do that in the old setup, right? Even when I could see. The only thing is, with Retro Chaos, it would tell me, like, you know, Shad spent a bazillion points, and then I could just look at the game that got the most votes and go, yeah, it was probably him. But I like that idea. I mean, I kind of know in some cases who would vote for what, but I'm not going to guarantee anything. I mean, it's a fun game. I don't know what the stakes would really be. God damn it. It's Oxford English. Most countries learn that. Alright, fine. Well, Shad's is like, oh, I'm not going to type much in this chat unless it's a point to make against Bobby. Then I'm going to really be chatting it up. That's good. I like to see people in the chat. I'm always open to feedback, especially today. I mean, always, but especially today with the first new episode here in a long time for RETROMANIA. I'll be honest with you, you know, we're, what, not even one round through, and it feels very familiar, which is good. Like, I was not looking to, like, really reinvent the wheel here. I really wasn't. Like, I apologize if I made it sound like we were going to, like, really do something we never did before, but ultimately I wanted this to feel fairly familiar. Exactly, I'm opposing you, and I appreciate that. I really do. That means a lot to me, that after all these years, we can still have that bond. I'm just killing time for the loading screen. We can still have that bond where we arbitrarily clash on topics that probably aren't that big a deal at the end of the day. But, yeah. Oh, I should probably take a look at the game now. No stakes, just for fun. I hope Twitch fixed Cloudflare services. What is that? Like, what is Cloudflare services? Dare I ask? Okay, let's see here. I don't remember how far I got in this game. Might not have gotten that far. Jungle Rumble. That could be fun, huh? A little Jungle Rumble. Ah, well, as long as it's in good fun, then by all means, just knock me away. I'm excited about this. Like, I'm excited about the new setup to the point where it's like, yeah, I want to play the games, but I also want to get to round 2 so I can show you guys, like, what we're looking at. There are some new rewards. I don't know if you guys saw, well, I think it's only like 1 or 2 new rewards. Rem triggered one of them, which turned on, like, all the lights in here, which, again, you can't really appreciate until I do the pan around, which is kind of ties into the second new reward, which is called Retro 360. That is what it sounds like. It's just a 360-degree pan around of the room. Guess in retrospect, that does not sound all that exciting, but I thought it'd be like, hey, that's something new. I never tried that before. I never tried camera manipulating tricks. Because at the end of the day, and I feel like I say at the end of the day a lot, at the end of the day, you know, how many ways can I really redo this? Like, no matter where we moved, no matter what room we did, like, what was I going to do to really make this that much different? Especially when the main idea is always to play the games, enjoy the games, and I think we're doing just that. Cloudflare is a gigantic hosting service. I feel like I'm reading an ad right now. They route websites to other countries and host sites. They had an outage. Well, hopefully they can route RETROMANIA to the 3 or 4 countries that watch it, because we are watched in like 3 or 4 countries, and I don't say that like, you know, we have 90% American viewers and the rest are out of America. I think we're like about even. Like, I think I've got, you know, 2 or 3 American viewers, a couple in Germany, a couple in Slovakia. Like, we're all over. Even in England. Like, we are all over the world here. And I don't take that lightly, you know, I enjoy that very much, especially for stuff like this and for Christmas, and I'm making the dinner, not really looking at the redeems at the moment. That's fine. I really shouldn't say anything because the redeems are what's going to F me over just like any time. Especially when I start moving around more because, yes, I am fully mobile in this stream when I'm not sitting here playing video games. What are you making for dinner? Was magst du zum Abendessen? Like, that is something I'm going to have to work out, whether I get a second webcam, which I actually do have a second webcam. Alright, I'm talking to myself now. This was something that I just kind of wanted to do. I wanted to get this going, meaning the new retro format. I mean, this is not the final product. I still have to, like, re-edit the intro because we still have the old stuff in the intro. I don't want to go too crazy. Like, I realized with this new computer I could do a little bit more sophisticated stuff with graphics, but that was never really what the show was about. And I think the graphics we have now work just fine. And ironically, that's what retro gaming is about. It's about games. It's not about graphics. Sometimes it's about graphics. Exactly. It will come with time. Like, I was even watching some of the older RETROMANIAs, like, when I first started doing the new format, and I'm like, that was it? Like, it was just like, you know, 2 shelves and a couple of things. What the hell? Oh, man. Those rhinos just gave it to me good. And then after that, I played the game. I do remember this level, though. It's always a pain in the butt. Let's say, there's got to be, like, an accelerator here. Whoa! Yeah, these guys are getting way too close for comfort. Okay, there just happens to be a hole in the ground. I remember playing this level, and I remember being not very good at it. In fact, this level seems to come up quite a bit. I do need to sit down and really play this game. Like, whenever I play it on Retro, I just do, like, the same few levels, and, like, I enjoy it, but I need to really sit down and, like, try to beat the game. It feels like it's, like, of a similar length to, like, the other Crash games, some of which I've played, so it seems only fair I play this one, like, a little more thoroughly. Probably won't get to see that today because, like I said, we're just kind of testing things out. I never want to call a retro stream a test stream because, I mean, they're big streams, you know, like the last one was, this one will be, but in a way it is a test retro stream. Ooh, we got pasta with minced pork and dark gravy. And a bunch of rhinos chasing me. Seriously, like, how safe can this jungle be? No! Oh. Yes, yes. I love the little cartoony sound effects that you hear when they, like, knock the Wumpa fruit out. Just by the by. Yeah, it's RETROMANIA 80. Hopefully you guys all mark your calendars. I wanted to do this a little bit earlier, but with everything going on, plus getting ready for Thanksgiving and everything, like, it could have been done maybe a week earlier, but, like, to what effect? You know, like, we're here now. You know, Christmas season is kind of here. We started the games of Christmas past, and it's going to be kind of a mishmash going forward, but I'm okay with that. Hopefully you all are as well. Like, I would love nothing more than to dedicate everything, you know, give everything its own time period, but I don't always have that time, literally. IDM Pod can attest to that. You know, with work and everything, and this has been a special year in terms of moving into a new house, so, like, you know, I would love to just sit and focus on retro for a week, and then sit and focus on Christmas for a week, and so on, but sometimes I gotta just kind of go with the flow, and if I get a chance to do something, I gotta just do it. I can't, like, wait for the perfect moment, because, spoilers, the perfect moment usually will not occur, or it will be very rare, so anytime's a good time. We can have a retro. I'm happy with it. Kind of my same thought on Christmas. Like, I'm gonna be happy with Christmas no matter what happens, so how can I make it great for my friends, my viewers, my family? Like, how can I do that? Because I'm gonna be great with it either way. I actually kind of like having the game in the background. Like, it doesn't really add a whole lot, but like the actual screen, I feel like you do get to see, I mean, if that's something that's important to you guys, you get to see, like, the behind-the-scenes progress, like, bonsai, whatever, that stinking feeling, H2O, no. Say, do I want to, like, okay, I can't even go to that level yet. Like the setup, thank you, like, I mean, this, again, technically, you're seeing the same exact setup that you would see for one of my other streams. The only difference is now I'm turning around. So, like, the webcam's usually over there. That's all I did. But there is a nice, cool surprise that maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't, where I can spin this camera around without touching it through the power of the remote control. That was kind of the spoof that I was doing in the beginning. Again, I did an intro, pre-recorded intro, where I'm like, you know, gaming is always coming up with new ideas, and I'm like, what new ideas could I come up with? And it's like a remote. That was my big idea. Don't forget to save manually. Good idea. Actually, how do you do that in this game? I really don't know. If I quit, it's the, whatever. Let's try H2O now. It looks like I have not beaten yet. So this could be an interesting time. I don't like water levels, and I feel like that's it. You go to the main warp room. That's where I was. Well, let's make sure I don't die here, and that might not happen. That may happen. I don't know. Okay, so it is like Crash Warped. I mean, it looks like Crash Warped. The actual. Oh God, I hate these levels. Let's just try it out. I should have enough lives to hopefully survive some shit. I just blew up an extra life. I mean, this level doesn't seem like it's gonna be that hard because we have the ability to blow stuff up, but never want to assume that. Oh, damn it. I feel like this game did not get great reviews. Again, going back in time, sort of revisionist history. Like, my opinion on it was always fairly indifferent. Like, I was not a huge Crash fan at this point in my life. I knew the Crash games, but when I got a GameCube, I didn't get it for Crash Bandicoot, so I wasn't really thinking about it. But I feel like, just from what knowledge I have of this game, it did not do well in reviews, even though it kind of feels like the old Crash games. This was when Crash was trying to, like, kind of just go to the next generation. He had Game Boy Advance games, GameCube games, PS2, and so on. That's a period of gaming I actually really like to explore. I mean, we usually explore the 90s, and we'll be looking at those too, but I like the early 2000s. I like seeing, like, games like this that made the jump. I mean, he didn't make the jump to 3D. He was always 3D, but you know what I mean? Like, just kind of the next generation of Crash in this case. And again, some would argue it didn't go very well. You know, Crash went through a bunch of iterations after this, like Crash of the Titans, Twin Sanity, and all that. Which, again, depending on who you ask, some of those games are good or not. It's funny how Mario is generally loved no matter what he does. Like, Super Mario Sunshine might be the most polarizing of the games, but most people like Mario Sunshine. But like when it comes to like Sonic, Crash Bandicoot, some of those other 2D mascots of the 90s, or just mascots of the 90s, like it seems like there's more of a prejudice, like, oh, Sonic like really went off track. It's like, yes and no. And same with like Crash Bandicoot. I mean, some people might have liked the new Crash of the Titans or whatever the other ones were. Twin Sanity, I've heard, is actually a good game. What the hell was that? Okay, like I can see why they got away from this formula. Like, it worked for the PS1. It really did. It was considered revolutionary at its time, this 3D, 2D, side-scrolly stuff, but definitely see why it needed an update and why this game was not much of an update to that formula, which, again, worked, so I can see them sticking with it. I forget who took over. I think it was Activision. Took over for Naughty Dog after the initial trilogy, but I could see liking this game if I was younger. Like, if I was really into the old games, I'd be like, oh, it plays like the old games. It's great. But I could also see not being into this. Like, again, I'll never know. It's one of those things. A lot of games I play in retro, I have the hindsight to say, okay, this is what I thought of it when it first came out. This is what I think of it now. I don't have that with this game. When this game first came out, I didn't really have an opinion on it. I was playing other games. I was playing Sonic Heroes. I was playing, like, even Wario Land. Like, I was playing more Mario than I was playing Crash at that point. I just got a GameCube. I wanted to play Super Smash Bros. Melee. I didn't want to play Crash Wrath of Cortex. I'm not saying I didn't play it. Same thing with, like, Pac-Man World 2. Like, I liked that game, but it wasn't, like, my go-to game at that point. And, you know, sometimes these games age well, sometimes they don't. And again, I don't have the nostalgia benefit where I can go, oh yeah, I used to play this game when I was, you know, so young and all this stuff. I'm really hoping for a checkpoint here. There really is one right there. Like, I don't care if I have to keep restarting, but... Shit! No, that thing went down fast. Alright. Variable speeds! Gotta have that. Don't want to get too used to the game. Watch out. Basically, like, one-hit kills here, unless I get Nakuaku. I don't know if Uka Uka's in this game. He was, like, the bad guy version of that. I know he's in 3. Oh, god damn it. What the hell was I thinking there? I wasn't thinking. That's what I was thinking. More not thinking right now. God damn it. What the... I can't tell if I got killed by the thing falling or the TNT crate right next to it, but either way. No me gusta. I already know a couple things I'm going to do for the next retro. Like, I know we just started this one. God, I made the same mistake again. I already know a couple things I'm going to do just to make this setup a little bit more accessible for me, but, I mean, compared to some of the stuff I was dealing with, let's be honest, I mean, I love Retropolis. I obviously really did. We did a whole stream of it. We did a whole stream dedicated to Retropolis. Obviously, I love that setup, but I can be honest, too, and say, yeah, there were some things that did not flow that well, and one of them was just kind of the, I don't know, the nature that I felt very confined, like it was just very closed in. That is not the case here, which is a good thing, but, you know, also, yeah, we'll see. But I literally made that mistake like 4 times now, because I'm not paying attention. I mean, I'm paying attention, but not enough. More selective memory right now. Okay, no. Aha! I remembered. Oh, alright. I didn't realize that this level actually, like, went out of the, whatever that thing's called, the Aquapod. Okay, now we're in 3D. Now it really is like a Crash 2 level with the, like, water factory stuff. It'd be very nice to get a checkpoint here. I think I actually have played this level, and I think I always died at this part. Close to it. Yep, and that's why, because I knew that was coming, and I was like, how am I going to jump onto this? Okay, so it looks like you do get a checkpoint. I don't remember getting a checkpoint, but you get a checkpoint when you get out of the water, so that's good. The H2O no is... that part's done anyway. Now we're back to just the regular... Oh no. Jump takes a little getting used to. It's not a bad jump, it's just a little floaty, and then at times I'm expecting like a double jump, but it seems like they nixed that in favor of just giving him a floatier jump. God damn it. See, that's really... That doesn't look like it would be that hard to aim, but it surprisingly is difficult to aim. This is where I need to manage my Wumpa Fruit, my lives and all that, and just see what I can get. And I will indeed take what I can get. Whoa, boy. God damn it. Oh, I really did just fry me right down to my shoes. Would have been nice to get a checkpoint there. This is not an easy level. I think I've actually seen this level, like, featured in lists of, like, worst levels or hardest Crash levels, like, post the trilogy. See, I want the Rutabaga. I will get hit by something here. If I can make it through the hydroelectric section, that would be great. But even if I can't, I got an extra hit now. Yeah, I got hit by it. God damn it again! It's like, I want to say I don't know what happened there, but I actually know exactly what happened there, and it was not pretty. So we're going to see if we can clear this level, and either way. Win or lose, we're going to have round 2 after this, so I hope you guys are excited. You know I enjoy me some round 2. Well, I enjoy all the rounds, but especially round 2. There you go. Okay. Shit! It's like, it's hard to tell when one of them is going to break and when you're just going to be able to walk on it. Alright, now we start with the Rutabaga. So if I pick up a second one, because that is something that can happen. This is when games started to do, like, not assists, but sort of, like, little assist features, which is nice. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to avoid him, I guess. But I am going to be cautious, because you never know. Oh boy! Nope, I knew that was gonna happen. Damn it, what the hell? I like pretty much jumped right on him. And I was spinning just in case the jump didn't work. Alright, so we got 4 more lives, about to get another one. This is kind of where we're at here. That's why I stocked up on lives in that earlier level, the bamboo level. That might be one I try again if I was gonna be serious about beating this game, just to stock up on lives. There we go, we got a second Aku Aku. We might need it. By which I mean we probably will need it. H2 no is right, hey yo. Okay. And there's a checkpoint, that's what I wanted. Damn it. Just go, just go, just go. Fuck. Come on, another checkpoint. God damn it again. We're close, we're close. We're not close, we're not close. That's right. Now that I've hit a checkpoint, I'm not going to get the luxury of, you know, a million Aku Aku masks. No! I'm not going to get the luxury of one Aku Aku mask! No! I'm not going to get the luxury of one Aku Aku mask! No! I'm not even going to get the luxury of one Aku Aku mask! Oh, now I am. God damn it again! Well, at least I got the luxury of one Aku Aku mask. Alright, last life. Bonus round. Need it. I think it's also a checkpoint whether I win or lose, so that is also a big help. How long is this level that there's like a bonus round this late in the level? Like... Whoa! Oh, I didn't realize. I thought that was like part of the level. Right, well, I don't mind as long as like... God damn it. This is just obnoxious. Hey, there's the gem. Okay, where am I supposed to go here? Seriously, I don't know how that laser didn't hit me, but that's alright. I'm like staying alive here just based on the extra lives you keep giving me. Got it. Hey, yo. Had it the whole time, right? I really did not have it like any of the time. The real fun part about this will be trying to get all these controllers to not tangle in each other. Because as you guys know, the majority of old controllers, or at least pre-GameCube, and GameCube, because I don't have a Wavebird, a lot of them were, wow, how the hell did I miss that? A lot of them were not wireless, so I'm pulling on wires all the time here, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, I think it's kind of a cool feature that, again, I say that like I invented this feature. It's just a title screen. But I can have the game on behind me while we move on to round 2. You guys are probably wondering how this is all going to work. Well, the voting's going to be the same, which I know you guys enjoy that voting. But we're going to go ahead and go to round 2 right now. Retro Chaos is enabled, so another 80 points will get you going here. And the choices should already be posted, but I'm going to go ahead and hit round 2 right here on the button here. And we're going to go ahead in just a moment and head over to Voting Central, as I will now be calling it, because I don't know why. No, that's the wrong way. It's the wrong way, Bobby. What are you doing? Getting us lost, that's why. But enjoy these choices. We got Yoshi's Island, Mortal Kombat 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Sega Genesis, Burnout 3 Takedown, and F-Zero GX on GameCube as the choices for round 2. As we get underway here, so I will be right over, and we will see together what happens here. Unless somebody redeems a Chaos vote, then I guess I would have to be aware of that. But like I said, we do have the Retro Chaos available, which I know is like Big Mac's least favorite feature, or one of them. And I actually do kind of understand the thinking behind that. I'm not like really judging him there. I kind of get why he wouldn't like that. I get why a lot of people would not like that. But, you know. It's all in good fun, I suppose. How we all doing today? I know Chad and Zero are probably wondering, like, do I still have the Pac-Man that they love so much? Well, the answer to that is yes. Yes, I do. And I even have some awesome things made for me by my friends Toaster and other people who have, you know, not just in this Retromania, but have generously donated to past retro efforts. You know, various little trinkets, some that are in the display case that you can't see right now. Yeah, this is Pac-Man. This is our good buddy Pac-Man. He's like, hey, what's up? You know, this is, this guy, Bobby Gaines, makes me speak American English. It's terrible. Oh, come on, that's just mean. No, get back here. All right, cool. So welcome back to the show, everybody. Bobby Gaines, otherwise known as Chaos Blur, here in round 2. In case you guys are wondering if I can see the chat, I really cannot. That includes rewards. I can't really see if rewards are being redeemed right now, but they will be redeemed at a later time when I get back to the main setup. But right now is your time to shine. It is voting time. And I'm just kind of checking things out here. I mean, this is nothing I haven't seen before. I've always had this Pac-Man thing. I've always had, you know, my myriad of soda beverages, of which Coke is one that I will crack right into right now. And, you know, if it was a nicer day out, I would show you this great backyard I got going on. But it's pretty cloudy out there, and it's raining. Or snowing, depending on who you ask. I got a great laser light on the ceiling. We're never going to see this thing. Now, I know you guys might be wondering, besides the fact, why am I showing the ceiling? How will I be able to do stuff like color my world, you know, change the shelf lights and all that? I can pretty much change the room lights. So that is something I'm proud of, is the amount of lighting that I put in this room. Some of it was I kind of put in here already, but then I'm like, how can I really take this to the next retro level? Looks like we might have a new viewer. I can only sort of see the screen. And I don't want to be looking away from the webcam for too long. What else do I have? I got, in terms of drinks, I got Sprite Chill Cherry Lime. I don't know if anyone's ever tried this. It's pretty good. I do see some new chat things happening here. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to ignore those. If anyone has any questions that I probably can't answer because I can't see it. Now I really won't be able to see it. If I put these on. Yeah, there we go. Now we got the whole look going on, right? Let me just take a look at the chat real quick here while I can. Nice. When will you send it? I'm done cooking. Time to eat now. Who keeps voting for Burnout LMFAO? Like I said, I can't see the vote. And now I can see why I can't see the vote. Yeah, chaos voting is available. Wasn't really going to look at the vote, but now I am, just because I wanted to see. When will you send it? Oh, the Pac-Man. Oh, yeah, you ain't getting that shit. I'm going to go back to my seat now. I could technically go to any number of seats. Well, I can't go to any. I can go to other seats in the room, but the headset only goes about as far as this. So, enjoy that as you will. In case you guys are wondering, by the way, what I did with all the great collectibles you guys are used to seeing, well, they are right here. They're in the brand new retro cabinet. Might show this off in a little more detail when I get a chance. There's actually something very interesting down here, and I don't know how well it's going to translate to camera. Probably not very. Yeah, you probably can't see it. At the very bottom, I've got the original box that my Sega Genesis came in. I know, really nifty, right? That's like a 30-year-old box. I don't mean like the Genesis Mini. I mean the original Sega Genesis. I'm trying to get the motion lights to go on here. It's always a pain. There we go. So yeah, I got that. Yeah, you can't see it. That's all right. You really put a lot of effort and love into this. I'm trying to, like, I guess I just needed a new idea, because, like, you guys have already seen, like, what Retropolis can be. So I'm like, well, what else can I do? Of course, we got the, you know, Chaos Blur stuff up here. We got the posters up here. I mean, you kind of knew going in, like, what the room was going to be. So I'm like, what else could I do? And I went through a lot of ideas. And you guys also went through a lot of ideas to vote your way into this here. See, we got my Sega sign. The Sega sign never really got a chance, because in the old setup it was just buried. And even here, you can't really read that. You can't really read that's a Sega. Again, I'm just kind of doing the whole thing here. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Burnout 1. Yeah, no, you don't say. I'm actually back in my seat, so I can see it. Like I said, that's going to be kind of the balancing act. Is like, how am I going to, you know... Anyway, it's fine. First world problems, right? Alright, let me go back over here. Like I said, it is kind of cool. You'll be able to see me, like, actually run my stream at the same time. I left Yellow Sonic on? Okay, that I honestly did not know. Alright. I'm glad Rem did this, actually. Well, not the Yellow Sonic. But, yeah, Burnout 1. I'm not sure why anybody's mad about that. Burnout's a great game. So, let's, little order of operations here. I guess we'll start with Yellow Sonic. I honestly could swear I turned this shit off, but if anybody was going to find it, it would be Rem. Alright, what's going on, everybody? YOLO, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, here to welcome you all to the Retro Cave and Retropolis 2, here live with Chaos Blur and RETROMANIA 80. Well, that was actually really nice of you to say. Well, I know you worked really hard on this, and plus I'm kind of busy working on my new game right now. Oh, you got a new game coming out? Yeah, Sega's got a new Sonic game coming out in 2027. Oh, really? What's that going to be about? It's going to be about Sonic. Well, yeah, I figured it'd be about Sonic. What else can you tell me about it? Gotta go! Ree! Why'd he hit the floor like that? Anyway. That's pretty cool, right? Yo, alright, so let's see what we can do here. So she wants pink, we can do pink. First of all, I can turn my chair pink. Second of all, I can turn a lot of this pink. So let me show what I mean. And again, this is not going to be an exact science, but like I said, I can turn my chair pink. I can turn the room lights mostly pink. It's not going to be perfect, but kiosk corner 1. Let me go ahead and play with this for a bit. This is one of these things where the show might stall for a few minutes, but I'm sure you don't mind while I look for stuff. Alright, colors, 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 colors. Okay, that's red. I want to make it pink. So, I want to make it pink. This is what I mean. I can really go in with this now. This is not just like, you know, I was gonna say, this is not just like changing a few shelf lights. I can do that too. But if you want pink, I can go chair pink. I don't think I can change the headset color. I can go chair pink. I can change the color lights to pink, like on the corners here, which you can't really see. I might pan around later. That is an option, by the way. I ain't mad. I just kept seeing the votes go up. I'm gonna say, how many votes did it end up with? That's something I can also probably check out while I tool around here. Round 2. What were the final results on round 2? We had 50 votes for Burnout 3. Sonic put up a good fight at 36. I mean, 2,000 channel points by Shads. I mean, he really wanted it, didn't he? Alright, let me go ahead and toy with this a little bit. Color wheel. Pink, 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 pink. Pink. I feel like Rem almost always does pink, which is fine. Pink goes with everything. Install. The redeems are an important part of the show. Fair enough. No, I'm not saying like the show stalls. I'm just saying like, I think specifically with this one redeem where I changed the color of everything, and I realize I've not changed the color of everything yet. Instead of me just flipping a switch, I've got to flip like 4 switches because there are actually quite a few different things that I have to change. In fact, I don't think I changed all the lights. No, I didn't. There's lights on the ceiling I didn't change, so I got to change those to pink. Which again, is fine. I don't mind doing it. It's also not a redeem that I do that often. And I'm glad you guys are having fun with it. I really am. So, okay. Lights on the ceiling. Let's go to pink. In case you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I've got an actual, like, app here. Don't know how well that shows up. So I can go ahead. I can make the lights on the ceiling pink. So now we're not just changing, like, you know, a little bit. I mean, we are changing it. Now, flip 4 switches. None of them from Nintendo. That is true. Okay, that's pretty pink. I know, again, you can't really see it, but in case you guys want to see what I'm adjusting... That's the wrong way. That's what I'm doing. I'm changing our ceiling lighting to pink. To match the chair, to match everything else. And yes, I do realize that the sound of the tripod does come through. That's just how it is. It's not super loud, but it is a thing. And yes, this will come in handy during Christmas streams. I'll get into that later. And even despite doing all that, I still have not changed everything because the shelving here is still blue. And also that light's got to get changed to pink. So, let us see. It actually is not hard. It's just a lot of different things I have to go into. I've got like 4 different lighting apps. Which, again, did not have that before. Or if I did, it was just not this detailed. Hey, yo. And yes, we will also... In fact, that's another way I can multitask. Just because I'm doing this, I can change the game. So, it looks like we had Sonic Unleashed in here before. Oh, that's the other thing. I got to go get the game case. Alright, well, let's go get the game case. I'll keep playing with the lights. Let's go ahead and real quickly... Is that pink? That's pink. Alright, we got pink on there. Hey, yo, I think changing lights would be enough. The tripod sound does not come through your mic. Oh, that's good to know. That is good to know, because it sounds like a robot. The tripod does sound like a robot when it moves. Alright, hold on one second, you guys. Oh, I'm sure changing the lights would be enough, but we're not looking for just enough. Although I'm probably not going to bother changing the ceiling lights, because at that point you really aren't going to see it. What I find really funny is while all this has been happening, behind me, it says an error has occurred, and that is in the Crash Bandicoot game. So, like, I'm over here, like, fiddling with this, when I should be going over to Xbox. But it's just kind of funny how, freaking, while that was happening, while I was changing games over to Burnout, we had that all going on. So anyway, Dynamic is the name of the game here. Well, actually, the name of the game is Burnout, but I like that, actually. I like that transition. That was really nice. again, it just is what it is. Like, all the stuff that happens is just happening. Like, I know that's kind of a simple statement, but, like, that's it. Like, we're playing the game. So this is Burnout 3 Takedown, an Xbox Classic. Played it on Xbox 360, of course, because why not? I've also played it on PS2. And here we go. Good choice. Really fun choice. Let's get into the game here. I'm happy, to be honest. Like, I never know what I'm gonna get with these, especially when it comes to like a new gimmick. But yes, could I get away with just changing a few lights? Probably. But since when have I only settled for the bare minimum? And so far, I'm pleased with the way this all looks. It's not, you know, like, it's not gonna be the old Retropolis. Could it be that your theme on the vote is that you have 5 different consoles to choose from each time? No, but that isn't bad. That might even be right. But that was not my intention. They're technically, again, I should not say there's a big theme. There isn't. I kind of made the ballot and then realized it was a pattern after the fact, and I'm like, wait a minute, that is a weird pattern. Like, that was a pattern I did not mean to. Okay, there's no point in switching my camera angle when I'm turned away, but... was there 5 different? I'm trying to remember now. No, because I think I had a couple SNES games on there. Anyway. Alright, let's do a little road race to start things off here. Alright, that was fun. Hey, yo! God, this game's so great. Like, they've tried to replicate this. I know there's a new game, or newish game, god damn it. Newish game called Recreation that's supposed to, like, kind of emulate Burnout Paradise type of stuff, but... there's something about the satisfying crunch of the cars in Burnout. Even Burnout Paradise doesn't do it as well, I think. I think Burnout 3 was really, like, the... I don't want to say the apex. I do think Burnout Revenge was a good game, but... I think Burnout 3 was just, like, really peak. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so this is not as invasive as I thought. In terms of, like, I was afraid I'd be, like, changing camera angles every second. Like, I wouldn't be able to, like, interact with the chat. It really is not that bad. And it's fun. It brings back the fun of the whole thing. I wanted to make this different than my regular streams. I could have easily just, like, hooked it up the way I usually do and just put the rounds up, like, you know. I didn't have to go crazy with it. But, like, I wanted to do a little more than that. And there'll probably be more as we go. I was going to say, I better count for a countdown. Or for a takedown. And a countdown. I don't know how I didn't get hit by a car there. Just by the by. 7 takedowns. Alright. I really don't want to do any burning laps. That's what I'm trying to avoid here. So how did that car not get taken down? Ooh, hey-oh. Hey, oh, shit. Oh, he got it. He took it. I was gonna say, it looked like I was going to take it. But then I was like, no, no, no. You're going to take it. Oh, watch out. Okay. Oof! Oh, crash. Can I do an afterburn? Nope, I'm like off the road, so I can't do an afterburn takeout from over there. Unfortunately. More right now. Yeah, let's have it up. Let's do it up. Nice to have the people here for the brand new reveal of Retropolis 80. I know you guys had to wait a little while for this one. I'd like to at least announce that, you know, for the most part, you will not have to wait long for the next one, because I should have a Christmas-themed episode out within the month, so. We had to wait almost 2 months for this. Hopefully it was worth the wait. Could I have done it sooner? Maybe. Could it have been fine? Probably. But you know me. I get very self-conscious about these things. Especially after the big deal I made on Retro 79. Like, if I just came back with, like, a mediocre outing, that would have really hurt. You know, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm, like, always trying to, like, outdo myself. Like, how am I going to improve on what I already thought was a really good experience? You know, that to me is the kind of the kicker there. Oh, jeez. All right. Oh, all right. Well, I got a silver medal, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, that's always my thing. It's like, how do I improve on, like, not saying it was perfection. Like, there were a lot of issues with Retropolis. It looked good, but I do like the way this flows a little bit better. Again, might not always work out that way, but I like it. I have a couple ideas to maybe improve on this further, but for the most part, I'm very happy with how this is going through basically 2 rounds now. I'm going to have to do a burning lap, aren't I? Mindset as long as you don't try to overdo it. Well, yeah, again, I don't know what it is I'm going to try to overdo, but I know what you're saying. And that would not be unlike me to overdo something, but No, there's really not much more I can add in this room. I mean, yeah, I could add more lasers, but, like, why? Like, I already got a pretty good amount of lasers as it is. I think the camera, the motion camera, I think is a good addition. Like, I'm not gonna say it's like the crowning jewel, but I think it's a good addition. It kind of remedies that problem of like, okay, how am I gonna do a different camera angle? It's like, well, I am and I'm not. It's the same camera, I'm just twisting it around. Like, so I think that's cool. It's a little, what's the word, like low budget. Like I was kind of telling a friend of mine without really giving it away, like, this is going to be a little janky. Like, it's not going to be, like, smooth transitions. It's going to be, like, I'm going to move over here now, and the camera's going to, like, zoom to the left. Like, it's going to be like that. But I kind of don't mind that, as long as other people don't mind it. Like, because then you get to see the room. Like, it feels more organic than, like, me, you know, jumping all over the room and having different cameras. I could put more cameras in here. But that's what I think we start overcomplicating it. And I think as long as, you know, the games are still front and center, which they always were. I mean, let's face it. Retropolis was only in the show for maybe like half an hour of the whole show. The rest of it was games. So as long as the games are still the featured act, yeah, the room should be nice, but that's not the reason why we're watching it. I know that I'm kind of going back on my own point now, because, you know, my whole thing was how important Retropolis is. You know, and then to just go, well, we don't need Retropolis. It's like, well, we do need something. You know, like I said, when I do an improvement, like when I come up with something, it's kind of hard for me to go back and pretend that didn't happen. Just be like, okay, guys, we're just going to watch the game now. It's like, well, no, we can do that any day. I stream a lot, let's face it. So, I mean, I want to do something special for these. You know, even if they're like once a month, once every couple months, however often they are. I don't want it to just be like a slightly better version of what I already do. I want it to be something more important. I want it to, without saying it, which I am saying it a lot, I want it to feel like, okay, this is something special. You know, it's not, you know, it can only be so special when we do 80 of them, but, you know, you know what I'm saying. And, I mean, I might employ this for, like, the Christmas stream as well and other streams, just to kind of give more of a feel to it. I don't know, I use the word dynamic a lot. I don't think I really know what that word means. I think it's just one of those buzzwords that corporations say, like, oh, we're going for a dynamic experience. That usually just means they don't know what they're doing and they're just trying to throw something new out there. But if I say dynamic, it sounds really good. It doesn't sound like I'm just taking a camera and moving it around a room. But I am just kind of taking a camera and moving it around a room. But anyway, let's say this is a face-off event here. See if I can beat this bastard. Hey, oh, that was close. He came right back there. All right. I think you did great to set up a new experience of Retro. Thank you. That does mean a lot to me. And again, I know we're kind of like, I feel like I'm kind of in this weird, like, when I turn around, I feel like I'm like, don't look at me, like, oh no. But then, like, anyway. Camera angle different from the usual streams ads. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, I was like both agreeing and disagreeing with my own point. I'm like, well, we don't need the new camera angle. I'm like, well, we kind of do. But I like that even this camera angle kind of shows you, unintentionally, it shows you, like, my streaming setup. It shows you that I'm watching the stream over here. It shows you that the game's over here. You know, if I'm doing a Dreamcast game, you'll be able to see me put the disc in. I don't know why that's important to me. I guess it's not, but anyway. Hey, what did I get? A new car. All right, new car delivered to my garage. Creates atmosphere. I like that word. Atmosphere. Yeah, I was really struggling on how I was going to start the episode. Because I'm like, was I going to start it over there? Was I going to start it over here? I ended up kind of doing neither and just doing a slow pan around. If anyone who was here from the beginning, I do enjoy this setup. Well, thank you guys. I feel vindicated. I don't know if you guys are just saying that, like your friend gets a new haircut and you know that it's kind of ugly, but you want to make him feel good. You're like, everybody say it like Bobby's new haircut. Yeah, it's really good. I like it. It is. It does have that feeling. I'm just like playing games right now. I'm like, this is fun. Woohoo! Get to see my back a lot more. You know, you guys only got to see my front before, which actually that does play a part because the back of my shirt says "Let's get retroactive," so it's not for nothing. Well, thank you. I mean, again, I could have just ran it back. I considered running it back and just kind of doing something very similar. Oh, what's that? Oh, a Grand Prix. Oh, that could be exciting. I do like Bobby's new haircut. Watch out. Oh, yeah. Watch out for this action. Look at that. Okay, it's getting disturbing now. But it always kind of was. Hey, yo. But I bet you guys didn't think I'd have a color-changing chair. I partially just like that idea anyway. I'm not going to lie and say that was specifically for retro, but I do like the different color changing chair. Crash FM, Striker, what more do you need? All right. What more do you need? Well, I don't know, but what more are you going to get? Hey, yo. Oof. Oh, there we go. I got a takedown right off the bat. Whoa, what the hell? Am I still in the game? Oh, there I am. How do I reverse? Oh, like that. All right. I meant to do that. Yeah, this is PS2 era. I actually have this game on PS2 and Xbox, but for some reason I prefer to play the Xbox one, maybe because it's just easier to pop it in my Xbox 360. I have a PS2. I purposely kind of tried to keep the number of consoles in this not low. Like, we had GameCube, now we have Xbox. I mean, we're going to see more than the 90s consoles, but it's like the more things I involve, the more that could go wrong, but then again, we're on a new computer as well, so I think one of my favorite things about Retro 79, besides just the awesome ending, was the fact that the technology worked the whole time, because that is not always a given, as you know. I'm 3 seconds behind. So this is a Grand Prix, so it's going to be a few races in one. Hey, yo. I do love this game, by the way. Whoa! I was going to say, I should get credit for that. What's even funnier is when you call PS3 games retro, because I do consider those retro as well as Xbox 360, which we may or may not see later in this stream. Hey, yo. More right now. There, 50. I'm 4 seconds behind. All right, we're not making a lot of progress here. This is a Grand Prix, so there's still a little more to go, but still. More right now. There my opponents are. Man, we got right back into that race. Lickety split. Oh, what the frick? All right, he just poked right out of there. That's not what I wanted at all. Drift. I'm a second behind. Oh, he's second to none right now. Yeah, I feel very old, and I have for a long time. Hey, yo. Whoa, watch out. Actually surprised that didn't wreck one of us. Oh, no! Okay, I was close. This would have been better if I, like, didn't get stuck in that roundabout at one point. Yet we're still pretty close to taking first place here. By which I mean we totally just took it. Which of the console startup screens do you like best? Ooh. Back when consoles had more of a startup screen, because now they're just kind of like PS5 has a console startup screen, but it's just kind of like I don't know what fucking impression that was. The GameCube, yeah, I like the GameCube animation. I'm trying not to be biased and say Dreamcast, but I do love the Dreamcast, like bouncing ball. Like, I've just always been a fan of that. You know the one. GameCube would probably be a close second. That's the thing. That's why when, like, video games felt more like toys. Like, they really were, like, you know, electronic toys. Like, they had fun animations, fun, like, layouts and stuff. I mean, not that games aren't fun now, but, like, the actual way to get to them just feels so mechanical. And yes, I know it's a piece of technology, but, like, it's just like, you know, you start your PS4 and it's like, it's like, why does it sound like the Windows loading screen? Like, I should be having fun. Like, even Xbox 360 had a little more personality when it booted up. Then Wii U had that weird, like, kind of... Like, it's like, okay, like, I get it. They're trying to seem, like, modern and futuristic and all that, but it's like, I like the funny GameCube animation. I agree with you. Like, I like that kind of stuff. I like the Dreamcast. It would boot up with the little dots spelling out Dreamcast. Like, didn't have to do that, but, you know, PlayStation 2, I think, had a good animation where it felt like futuristic, but it also felt like fun. It was like, you know, the little squares are coming at you. And then, like, I don't know when that changed, but, like, you know, the last few generations of consoles have just kind of felt... And again, I'm judging this on a very shallow thing. Like, I understand the consoles are much better technology-wise, but they don't have that same feel of, like, oh, it's going to be exciting. Like, even Nintendo, who was always known for fun, their consoles just start up. Like, what's the Switch screen? It's just the Switch. You just turn it on, it says Switch or Switch 2. Like, wow, alright. Cool, I guess. Like, I'm not expecting it to play like a little cartoon every time I start it, but, like, it still do something to let me know that this is not, like, a VCR. It's a, like, actual game console, you know? Like, yeah, it's got a utilitarian function to it, but it's also, like, a fun thing. I should feel that. I shouldn't have to be told it. And stuff like the GameCube intro did that. Even N64. Like, a lot of old consoles, you know, had little, like, twinkly effects. Like, you know, ooh, we're going in like a portal, you know? Like a portal of gaming. Now it's like, press this button to update your software. It's like, yay. What fun. I have no idea what it did there. They lost the whimsy. That's it! They really... The thing is, the actual games, like, you know, games like Astrobot and, you know, some of the new Mario games, and just, I mean, there's still whimsical games out there. It's not that the games are now, like, all soulless, but it's, yeah, it does kind of just feel like, you know, these are just computer programs, which, yeah, I mean, they always were, but I don't know. It's sort of an interesting point, because, like, even when a new console comes out now, it's more about, like, how many, you know, gigabytes does it have? How many, you know, flash cards can it hold? Whatever. This just shows how dated I am. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying, but it's more about that than, like, oh, look at this fun new game. It's like, oh, well, how many frames per second is it? It's like, I guess it's important, but I don't know. I want to see the games. Like, that was always the thing with, like, new Sega consoles and new Nintendo consoles. Like, you know, you saw that new Mario game. You weren't thinking, like, oh, how many frames per second is Mario 64? It's like, no, you just wanted to see the new game. Like, I mean, and nowadays it should matter even less because, like, everything's kind of, I don't want to say standard, but I mean, like, technology's gotten to a point now where it's like, yeah, we kind of know what new games are going to look like. Give us some more information than just, like, how the performance is. You know, back in the day, the performance was part of it because, you know, you were going from, like, 16-bit to 64-bit to, you know, these really pseudo-realistic graphics. Like, that was a big deal. Now, that shouldn't be a big deal. Like, we've had realistic graphics for a while now. Bring us the gameplay, you know? Bring us the new Astrobot, the new, you know, engaging experience. Tell me how the game's going to engage with me, not just what it does from a spec point of view. I'm not saying that's not important, but I mean, that's why I like playing older games, because it was just like, they didn't have much to work with. Like, and again, Xbox and PS2 had a little more to work with, but like, older games, like Super Nintendo, Genesis, whatever, they did not have much to work with, just by default. So they had to make the games fun in other ways than just like, oh, look how pretty it is. And yeah, those games got a lot out of their graphics too, but I don't know. It's whatever. It's a point that I make pretty much every retro or anytime this topic comes up. I mean, it's also not a new argument by any means, the whole, like, graphics versus gameplay. Like, you know, obviously I want a game that plays well. I mean, yeah, we have gotten to a point now where the graphics are pretty much expected to be at least, you know, decent quality. You know, you couldn't get away with something like this today with how it looks, but, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind that some of these textures look like a catcher's mitt because the game is fun. It gives you a sense of speed. It feels like, you know, yeah, there's little pop-ins and clipping here and there, but, like, nobody noticed that back in the day. We all played these games. We all played Burnout and thought it was, like, the greatest thing ever. Or maybe not the greatest thing ever, but you know, if this game came out now, people would be like, oh, it's too buggy, you know, it doesn't look good. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Again, maybe I'm just kind of what's the word? I'm wearing rose glasses because I played these games when they first came out, so I don't really notice some of the issues that other people do. Like, if somebody played this game today for the first time, they'd be like, oh, why is it so, like, you know, clunky looking? Like, it's kind of dark. The lighting's not as good. It's not. It really isn't. The lighting's kind of shitty, but you know what? I don't care. And that's running on a 4K TV that I'm running on right now, so it might even be a little bit better looking than it was originally. But yeah, I'll admit this is not the greatest looking game, but you know what? I don't care. I'm enjoying it. I mean, there are games that look amazing, but they're boring as hell to play. Okay, what the fuck? Why did it seem like I was down, like, crashed for a long time there? Probably because I was. Watch out, watch out! Okay. Just came out of a tunnel and there was like a car waiting for me right there. It's a long course. This is lap 2? Clearly is, seen by the lap 2 graphic there. 3 seconds ahead. That can go away real quick. I've seen it happen. Drift. Ooh, here we go. Alright, we held on for first, which is good, because that was a very long course. Graphics here, secondary thought, the main focus. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the games, Nintendo is very good about just making a fun product. And, you know, the Switch 2 has kind of, what's the word? Closed that gap. Maybe not completely, but it's closed the gap now to where at least now you can say, you know, Nintendo's trying. Like, the graphics are not the big weakness of the Switch 2. For the most part, like, I think Switch 2 games look pretty good.
Race GP rules aren't too complex. First place wins the most points available in each race. Whoever has the most points when it's all over, wins.
Anyway, now we're driving on the snow course. Speaking of snowing, which I couldn't tell if IDM Pod was being serious earlier or not. Wow, was that 3 in a row takedowns? Like, okay, just 2, but it's still pretty awesome. pretentious. This game is fast, it's fun. I think I've even featured this game on a couple of 4th of July streams, so I don't just do this on Retro. Like, I play this game pretty, I don't say pretty often, but when I do play it, I play it for a decent amount of time. That's the good news. That's the hallmark of a good game, you know? Like, people are always like, oh, how long is the campaign? You know, is it like a 40-hour campaign? Or that seems to be the magic number, right? Like 40 hours. 40 hours is a long game for most, whether it's a platformer or RPG, or well, RPGs are usually much longer, but my point being, like, you know, if you can beat the game really quickly, you know, it's considered not a good game. Well, there's more to do than beat a game, in my opinion. That's why, for one thing, I don't beat a lot of games. I like to just play them. So, like, a game like this could give me infinite replay value. I don't give a crap if the game's only 5 hours long, like, because I can keep playing it. And the races will be a little bit different every time. I mean, at least in my opinion. Yeah, the courses aren't going to be the same, but that's another reason I love retro games. It's another reason why RETROMANIA, to me, will always be fun. And again, I don't do it so often. Like, it's not like RETROMANIA is once a week. It's, you know, once a month at most. So when I do it, you know, I get to play, you know, 5 or 6 games that I usually don't play, and I play them for an hour or whatever it ends up being. And you know what? That's more than enough for me. And, you know, going over the years, how many hours have I gotten out of this game? Maybe hundreds, literally. I mean, I don't know about this particular game, but like, replay value has a lot of different meanings. Like, it doesn't always mean, you know, there's like a million side quests. I mean, that stuff's important. I'm not saying it's not, you know. Games like the Final Fantasy remake, you know, Remake, Rebirth, like, that's cool. But, you know, I don't need that personally. I know some people think that's awesome, and it is. If you love that kind of game, you're going to get a lot of it. You're going to get, like, a 100-hour story or whatever it is. I don't need that. Even with Sonic Frontiers, like, I would be better with that game being shorter but more fun than, like, the 30-hour campaign where the last 10 hours feel like they're kind of just tacked on. Like, yeah, it's still fun, but I mean, look at Sonic Adventure 2. How many times have we both played that? That's a pretty short story, but it works. I mean, it's fun. All right. This is lap 1 out of 2. There's some long courses, too, I gotta say. More long courses right now. 4 seconds behind. I gotta pick it up. Hey, yo. Ooh, all right. Ooh, I was like, that looked like it was going to be like one of those road dividers, one of those barriers there. It kind of was, but it was sort of blocked by something, so that's something, I guess.
So do I. Let's hope we find out today. I'm Stryker on Crash FM.
Oh. Whoa, okay, that was cool. Whoop. Okay. I feel like this game has rubber banding, but it's almost like the opposite of rubber banding, where it's like no matter how far out you are, as long as you don't crash a million times, you just like randomly catch up to the opponents, or it's just like, it's competitive enough where you feel like it's difficult, but it's also like, I really should not be able to catch these people. Like, once they get that far ahead, I should pretty much always lose, but the game will always put it within reach for the most part. Again, unless you're just really awful and crash all the time, like I was 6 seconds behind. All right, that was kind of cool. I was 6 seconds behind not that long ago. Like, I've probably closed that gap now just by driving better. Which, I mean, I agree. Okay, 3 seconds behind, so actually not that much. I mean, it's hard to quantify that, really. Okay, we're going to have to, I'm going to read those comments in just a bit. I do see comments. I'd love to see comments, by the way. Whether I can actually see them or not. I can see them now, because I'm sitting at my, you know, streaming setup, but anyways, watch out. I'm a second behind. Oh, I was gonna say we're gonna take both of ourselves out. Had almost every gold medal, but oh, I hate that. You know, something really weird happened with this game with me. I don't know if it was the PS2 version or this version, where like the memory card or whatever. I don't know if it's a memory card because I think it's a hard drive on this, but whatever it is would keep getting like deleted or corrupted, and nobody took my memory card. But like I'd be on like, you know, profile 2, for example, you know, however far into the game, and it'd be like, oh, your profile is corrupt, and I'd have to keep starting a new one. I'm like, why? I don't know if this happened on PS2 or Xbox or both, but it was like I never beat the game or I never got all the medals because it would keep doing that. It'd be like, this is an unusable file, and I'd be like, well, there's nothing you can do. You have to like delete it and make a new one. Like, that's it. And luckily, I liked this game enough that I didn't mind doing it, but it was like, all right, I'm never going to beat this game because every like few months or so, this is when I played it more often, every few months or so, I'm going to just get that message that, I mean, it's not like I turned the console off suddenly. Like, there should be no reason for that. Maybe once, but not like 6 times or whatever it ended up being. Because you could do like 3 profiles, and it was like 2 of them would get corrupted. It's like I tried everything. It's an original third party. Honestly, I'm not sure. I know for a fact on the Xbox it's not, because it's not any memory card. It's the hard drive, because I'm playing this on an Xbox 360. So I'm 90% sure it happened on here the most, and this is not. There's no memory card on the Xbox 360. It's all hard drive. On the PS2, I think they are third-party memory cards, but I've not had that problem with any other PS2 games. I'm 13 seconds behind. All right, so much for always catching up. But, I mean, this was also years ago. I'm not really that upset about it now. Like, I was more upset about it then. Like, you know, I just kind of play this game, and like I said, getting back to my point, like, I just have fun playing it, even if I just play it for a little bit. Yeah, it's not that it ran out of juice. Like, it's not that it ran out of memory, but, I think it has more than an 80 megabyte drive, but I know what you mean. It doesn't have a big one. Oh, you mean the original Xbox? This is Xbox 360, but again, I don't know. So yeah, it wasn't a matter of running out of space. It was, cross my fingers, it hasn't happened yet. And, you know, even if it does, like, I don't play this game that much. Yeah, I never actually owned an original Xbox. I bought this game after I bought an Xbox 360 just to play it, because it's backwards compatible. But I actually don't own an original Xbox console. So I would not know. I have a few Xbox games that I play on Xbox 360, which we are seeing one right now. Ooh, I unlocked a Super Series. All right. All right. We might do another race or two here before we go on to round 3. Glad you guys are enjoying the show. Always good to get some different games in here. I love racing games. You guys know that. That's why, you know, a lot of platforming games and a lot of racing games appear in my show. That's not a coincidence. I mean, I pull a lot of these games from my collection. Like, it's not like I just randomly pick these games. Like, these games are games that were in my collection anyway. And I like that. Like, I like to just, like, sometimes I'll pull a game. Like, I'll go to, like, a game store and buy a game I normally wouldn't play and be like, all right, I'll give this one a shot because it's, like, $5 and I can play it in retro. But a lot of these games are games that I've owned for years. Like, it's not, like, a made-up thing. It's not like, oh, let me show off, you know, this new game I got. Like, no, I've had them. That's why you'll see some obscure ones like Tiny Toon Adventures or, you know, I don't know, name one, like Cool Spot or something. Like a game that, like, not everybody owned, but it was like, you know, in a bizarre blockbuster in 1995. I just had to have it, and so there it was, you know. I don't know, I think that's fun. But anyway, I'm rambling again, and that's what I do. All right. But I always like this game, because I feel like you do unlock stuff, like, constantly. That's why I didn't mind so much. I mean, I didn't like it, but I didn't mind as much when my memory cards would get wiped, because I'd be like, well, at least I get to go through the whole unlocking thing again. Then we got the Far East. Far out, man. New Road Rage event. All right, let's get that going right now.
Metal is everywhere. Should be called, let's call it aluminum.
Let's call it the, no, never mind. Ooh, is that the course I'm going to race on? Or is that just like an example of a course I could race on? Because I would really like to race on that course. The Hawaii-looking course. It's probably not going to be that, though. It's probably just going to be, no, it's not. It's not the Hawaii course. It's still a nice-looking course, though. Alright, so we got to do some Road Rage. I forgot these are timed events, too. I thought you just played until you got wrecked, but it's also time involved here. Oh, there goes one. Might even be 2. Double takedown, hell yeah. Oh! Say they threw me, but I think I threw them too. I don't know. Might have to get a replay on that one. Nope, still only giving me credit for 2 takedowns. I could swear I threw him into something. Jeez. These guys don't want to go down. That one went down. I love the action in this game. I love Burnout Revenge, which is another great game. It's actually the first game I owned on my 360, but Burnout Revenge is a little bit easier because you can do the traffic checks where, you know, you can just, like, knock any car into any car. It almost makes it too easy because it's like, you know, here you have to avoid almost every car that's not your target because you can get wrecked by them. And then otherwise, it's like, I don't know what I'm saying. I just lost track of my own sentence. What track I lost. Okay, that guy was just sitting there waiting to be taken down. Whoa! Okay, I almost got taken down. He definitely did. Anyways. Jeez. Alright, they're definitely getting a little harder here. That was a nice shot. so weird how this still feels as good as it did like 20 years ago. Whenever this game came out, like 2003. Like, I mean, this game still feels so good to play. Like, you would think you'd play it now and you'd be like, okay, it's a little like weak because we have newer games now. But like, no, there are games that are faster than this that are out now. But like, something about just the way you hit the cars, the rebound, whatever it's called, where you get like knocked the other way. Like, it's, I don't want to say it's realistic because I haven't really spent a lot of time smacking into cars, so I don't know how that would feel. But like, it works. Like, it never feels like, oh, that was kind of cheap. Like, if you hit a car, the recoil you get feels like what it would be based on the speed. Generally. I mean, there's a couple weird moments, but you kind of forgive it because, again, that sense of speed is so good. It made No Man's Sky. I would not have guessed that. I'm not surprised either, though. Like, there's always, like, you know, game directors work on a lot of different things. Like, it's always easy to think, oh, the racing game guy only makes racing games. But, like, I'm sure he wanted to move on to other things, and obviously he did. He made No Man's Sky, which, you know, I'm not anyone who's actually played No Man's Sky. I think I might have played it maybe once, but I can't tell if I got taken out or they did. But No Man's Sky was one of those games that had all this hype around it, and then I feel like it came out, and I don't want to say it did badly, but I feel like people didn't really like it. It was almost like Cyberpunk, where it like just had a bad launch. And then since then, I hear the game got a lot better, and people seem to really like it. So, I mean, as a casual observer, I'm glad that happened. Like, I wasn't really that big into the game, but it did seem like a shame to me that this game that everybody hyped up basically disappeared. But then it came back, and everybody really liked it. So I'm glad for them. I'm glad for the developers. I'm glad for the fans of the game that they got to play what they wanted. Because when the game first came out, I'm like, man, nobody seems to care about this game after talking about it for so long. Did I get, I got a silver, okay. No Man's Sky was abysmal at launch. That's what I heard. That is honestly what I heard. And I'm glad. Like, that is one thing, and I don't know why I needed to do this. You know, in the age of, you know, we're not in the retro age anymore, obviously. We're in the age of newer games. That is one thing new games can do that old games couldn't. You know, people make fun of DLC, and it is kind of a cheap way to tack on new content, but it can also be a way to improve games, you know? When a lousy game came out back in the 90s, that was it. You know, if the game sucked, it would suck for all time. I'm not telling you anything you didn't know. But then, obviously, you know, with updates and things like that, and it doesn't happen all the time. There's plenty of games that just come out, and the updates don't really do much to fix the issues, even if they say they do. I mean, I can count on both hands how many times Sega's done that. Sega's come out with a game like, Sonic Colors Remastered. Like, oh yeah, we're going to patch all this stuff out. And, like, they'd patch maybe, like, 2 things out. Yeah, E.T. the video game. Imagine if that came out now, and they could, like, you know, improve it. You know, I mean, back then, I guess the improvement would just be making it better. But there are some things where it's just, like, you know, can you even save it? I don't know, but that's cool. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. Like, I can think of maybe Cyberpunk as another example of a game that got, like, a little better after it came out. Some would even argue a lot better. I haven't really gotten that much into it. But I'm glad, you know, it's a good thing. I just want to do, like, one more race before we move on here.
What's up? I'm Striker on Crash FM, and it's very hot today. It's like...
What does, Far East have? That was Golden City? That's Golden City. That's Dockside. I like Dockside. Ooh, the Eliminator. Yeah, let's do an Eliminator. Yeah, that's really funny, too, that you mentioned that. Burnout 1 and 2, I had Burnout 1, I think. Or I had one of them on GameCube. Might have even been Burnout 2. Fallout 76, was that bad? I mean, I know that series. I don't know why I keep switching my own camera angle. It really is not helping. But I heard Fallout 76 was decent. I mean, again, I don't really know. I was never a big fan of those games. That might be something I get into. I keep saying, like, in the future, I'm going to get into series I haven't gotten into before, because there's only so much I can milk out of the same 3 or 4 games, but I don't know, I made it this far. It got way better. Well, see, that's what I mean. So, yeah, there's a point for modern gaming. Holy shit, there was a lot of cars that just came flying at me. That's a point for modern gaming, like, you know, being able to improve a game that otherwise seemed irredeemable. You know, the game is not over till it's over. Now, in the case of Sonic Frontiers, and actually I got to go back and read your comment on Sonic Frontiers, Big Mac, because I did see it and I didn't really read it through. Sonic Frontiers updated the game. They added some things I liked, and they added some things I didn't really like the Final Horizon. Like, it just felt like almost too much. It was like, okay, I get you guys wanted to make a more of a, you know, concise or a longer finale, but like maybe don't put it out unless it's like really completed, because it feels like they just kind of put the Final Horizon out to say they did it. And it had some good points to it, but it almost made the game messier. I almost would have preferred the more simplistic ending of the original game, even though that boss fight was kind of bullocks, but I don't know what I'm saying. Hey, you got takedown. Oh, Bethesda, yeah. I'm not even a big follower of modern gaming, and I know of their I don't want to say shady practices, but I know they're not particularly well liked, even though they have some popular games out there, to say the least. Boost shunt. That's a fun word to say. There you go. Checkpoint. Oh yeah, this is an eliminator, so a lot of laps, probably short laps, but still laps nonetheless. Okay, yo. Alright, we're down to 5. Ooh, that was close. A second ahead, that's not very far ahead in this game. One wreck could take me right out of it. Hey, yo. Whoa, alright, here we go. That was a 100-point drift right there. I would not have expected that. I'm a second ahead. That's not very ahead in this game. One wreck could take me right out of it. Watch out, cars. I don't mean the Pixar movie with the same name. All right, next checkpoint's coming up. Oh, no! Oh, perfect lap, and that just happened. Starfield. I remember Starfield. I just remember, like, hoarding all the toilet paper and basically any item I could find in that game. Other than that, I could not tell you a thing about it. All right, 3rd place out of 4. Got to be careful here. Oh! Okay, that was not so good. Say, one wreck could take me right out of it. Didn't quite take me out of it, but did put me down to 2nd, and I'm 3 seconds behind. Watch out! No! Oh, man, that was a quick turnaround there. Not in a good way. Okay, third place now. We got to watch out. We got to make it through this lap here, otherwise it is game over. Oh, that was close. It was alright. Crash Radio, whatever it's called there. We went from Crash Bandicoot to just plain crashing.
I am Stryker on Crash FM for everything Burnout.
Second behind. Alright, it's not too bad as long as the person behind me is not, like, breathing down my neck, which they might be. Watch out. Lap 4. Now I'm in 2nd out of 3rd. 4th place eliminated. No! Okay, I might be eliminated if I'm not careful here. Let it snow! Yeah, why not? Like, just at any random moment, like, the immersion's just kind of like, oh, yeah, let's do the fun snowy one. Where the hell is the fun snowy one? It really is right there. Alright. And we'll go back live in 3, 2, 1. Never played any Burnout games. Need for Speed. I think the makers of Need for Speed, or the makers for Burnout, Criterion, eventually ended up going on to make Need for Speed, which is why some of those games have a similar arcadey feel. I mean, not to the degree of these games, but they didn't add, like, the collision physics and all that. But I can see some of the similarities, especially in games like Need for Speed Most Wanted in the 2012 version. Okay, I don't know why that car just, like, crashed on nothing, as I then go ahead and crash on nothing as well. God damn it. Okay. Either way, I got to get into 1st if I want to win this. I mean, staying in 2nd will keep me from elimination in this particular lap, but... Ciao. 3 seconds behind, that's not good. Oh, no, actually, I guess that's not bad. I don't know. I thought 3 seconds behind in this game was a little more substantial, but I could see the car ahead of me pretty well. Nice, and I somehow took him out despite feeling like I didn't really go that fast, but all right, cool. All right, last checkpoint. So now it is 1v1 here. This is the point where it's like, okay, I really should probably do this. Like, I should probably, you know, win this thing, or at least try to. You know, when it's like 5 cars, anything could happen, but now it's just down to 2. Yeah, I should be able to hold on to this, let's hope. These laps are short enough. I'm 5 seconds ahead, that's pretty good. But is it good enough? We've yet to see. Okay, we go. Not that fast. I'm trying not to pay attention to speed. Oh no! It does feel like the speed is a little arbitrary. Like, there are times where, like, you know, I don't know. I'll talk about it after the game. Like, it does seem like there are times where it's like, oh, I'm not going that fast, and like it'll say I'm going 90, and then all of a sudden it'll say I'm going 200. The difference in the game does not seem to add up. Oh, that's not good. It doesn't help that when you respawn, sometimes you're right back on the track. Other times, like right now, there's enough time for the opponent to skip ahead. It's just happened. So I don't have much time here. I'm a second behind, and the end of the race is coming up. Okay, I honestly did not think, I was going to say, I didn't think that would take him down, and it didn't. So he's still active, but the finish line's right there. Got it. All right, that's how I want to wrap that one up. Yeah, I like this workflow. I really do. Like, I feel like there's a little bit more. Like, I can kind of, like, multitask almost. Like, so, like, for example, round 2 is over now. I can go ahead and throw on round 3. You know, and then we can go ahead and throw the next poll on, which should be right here. With Super Mario World, a game that I already know is beloved to Rem. Sonic CD. Streets of Rage 2, Nights into Dreams in a Super Nintendo grab bag for round 3. So, like, I can do all this while also sort of toiling around or tinkering around with the consoles. And, you know, I'm still playing the game a little bit, but I'm also getting ready for the next game. I'm watching the poll. I can go over to our favorite windowsill in just a second. Oh, that's looking pretty retracular. Retracular? Retacular? I don't know. That's mostly a chair. I got a really tall chair. But anyway, the voting has started. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Let's see. Autosave. Continue. Gotta watch out for that autosave. It does not always autosave. Hey, yo. I also kind of like that I can leave, like, the last game up on the screen a little bit. Like, just have it as a background, whether it's a visual background or an audio background. It's kind of cool. And, yeah, I mean, the votes are like 5 minutes long. So in that 5 minutes, you know, you guys can get a drink. You can watch me sit here and watch the game, the stream or whatever. You can really just do whatever. I want to get this back on the title screen, to be honest. Like, just go back. Yeah, just, like, leave it on that. I mean, it doesn't matter. Cause I always say it doesn't matter because we're going to go back over to the other part of the setup here. Nope, wrong way. This almost does remind me of the old VMU. I might show it in a second, the way this looks here. Oh, no, where am I going? Hey, yo. Oh, gee, I wonder what game's going to win. I love when the voting just gets started and, like, I don't even, like, get a chance to, like... I mean, I will sit down over there, but... Hey, yo. Let's pan that up a little bit. I mean, I can also control it from there. So, yeah, how's everyone doing today? Tonight, RETROMANIA 80 getting underway here. I'd say we are right in the thick of things here, going into round 3. In fact, there it is right now. We got everything but the Bobby. Where's the Bobby? Oh, I still got to read your comment on Sonic Frontiers. I'll probably do that in between things here. Oh, what do we got? We got Sonic? What are you doing, Sonic? Ugh, got my Sonic right here. What's going on, Sonic? Hey, yo. Welcome to Retropolis 2, everybody. I don't know if that's me or Sonic saying that. I really don't. So I kind of like that I'm not, like, that influenced by the voting. Like, I can't even tell. Like, I mean, I can sort of see the vote from here. Plus, I saw it when I was leaving the setup before. Where should I put Sonic? Could have him take a seat over here. Hey, that was a good shot. You guys couldn't see it, but it was a good shot. All right. Feeling pretty comfortable here. We got drinks here. I've already had the Coke a couple times here. Let me try this here. This is a, not a new Sprite drink. I think it's been out about a month or so. I actually tried it when my friend Jeffichu stayed with me, which was a little over a month now. Hard to believe. This is Sprite. It's called Sprite Chill, and it's cherry lime. I actually really like this setup. I'm not just saying, maybe I am just saying that because we're doing it right now. Like, maybe it's just an in-the-moment reaction, but I don't know, I like it. It's got that kind of coziness I like. I like the lights that I've added. Again, they don't super show up as well as the old lighting, but, yeah, no, this is a fun time. I like the way that the new... I like how I'm just pointing out things you guys can already see. I like the way that the new pink lighting, like if you pick the color of lighting, it affects basically the whole tone. Like, it's not just affecting a few shelves. I mean, it does affect shelves too, but that's not the point. It does kind of suck that I can't see the chat. I mean, I can see it, but it's kind of obscured. I can't see the chat unless I either physically go over there or I take out my phone. Which, again, it's not like it's that far away. I got the usual stuff behind me. I might mix that up. Like, in the future, I might have, like, different backgrounds. So if I wanted to see the chat, which, why not? I want to see what you guys are thinking of this. And I do want to read Big Mac's comment on Sonic Frontiers. Because I'm sure that's a good one. I know he's a bit of a Sonic fan like myself. Maybe not as big as myself, but still a Sonic fan nonetheless. So I can take a look at the chat here. I need, like, maybe something to hold the phone up. Yeah, I have something. It's called my hand. But seriously, this has been a fun episode so far. We're going into round 3 right now. Alright, let's see what comments I've missed, if any. And what a setup it is. Watch out. Alright, so that's all I've missed. So never mind. Let me look at the comment about Frontiers real quick. Memory cards are a cool piece of gaming. You could easily bring your save file over. That is a good point. And I don't know if anything exists like that now. Like, I know they have, like, external hard drives, but I don't know how... What's the word? I don't know how transportable that is to bring over to a new, bring over to someone's house. I guess you could do it. I feel like Frontiers nailed the mechanical part of gameplay, but the world is pretty... Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. Super slurped gain. There may be... It's like you... Alright, no, that's fair. That is fair, and I guess we'll see. I don't want to say anything, because I got a good look at the vote before we even got there. It looks like the vote's already been determined, so... Let me go over there real quick and take a look, because I didn't realize how fast this goes off the screen. Sonic CD just won 20-2, so I don't want to hear that we got a lot of Sonic, or that I'm the only Sonic fan over here. Like, we just had Rem basically buy the vote in favor of Sonic CD, so... I mean, I like Sonic CD, but I ain't spending 1,300 channel points on Sonic CD again. A game that we literally just streamed, I think, a few days ago, although it was the, I don't want to say the original, but it was one of the originals. Anyway. Like I said, this is where I can kind of multitask a little bit. Do I have to I actually have to turn off the console? I did not know that. Or can I just go Xbox home? I do enjoy hee. This will end your session. Okay, cool. So I can do it that way. I just realized I left the freaking, what do you call it? Remote control over here, so that's fine. I have an idea. And what an idea I have. I mean, I do enjoy Alright, thank you everybody for voting. On round 3, the grab bag never had a chance, I guess. How many points do you have left? Oh, he's trying to gauge, like, what he's got to do here. To get this, anyway. Okay. You really are going to cut some strawberries now? Hey, yo! That was until the accident. It really was until that accident. Hey, yo. That is kind of cool, though, that the, what do you call it? The tripod sound does not come through when you're at the microphone on, which I obviously do now. The strawberry thing was hilarious. Yeah, it was pretty good. Not as good as this episode of RETROMANIA. RETROMANIA 80, let me tell you right now. So yeah, let's get into things. It's Lena Rem's favorite game of all time, Sonic CD. That was until the accident, which yes, we sort of know. I don't really know, but almost know. Strawberry thing was pretty funny, I gotta admit. More strawberry thing right now. There you go. Bobby's having fun with that tripod. I really am having a blast with it. Look at this. Look what I can do here. All right. Hold on. All right, let's see. Let's see what does the ceiling look like right now. Ooh, there we go. Hey, don't tell me that there's a toy and I'm not going to play with it. All right, let's see what the floor looks like. How low can I go to the floor? It's too low. I don't like that. It doesn't really... We're actually kind of past the point where we're going to really be using this right now. But, yeah, no. As Rem did point out, we do have the Christmas shark here. All right, let's get back to the actual gameplay, as I mentioned. Hey, you guys like Sonic CD? I like my toy tripod. That's just how she goes. I just, like, start a new level? Or a new game, maybe? Maybe not. I could delete one. I don't want to delete one where I actually have a lot of... Yeah, this one I'll delete. There you go. Can't look at your Florida. Oh, I get it. Well played. I don't even have Tails unlocked. I mean, I wouldn't need him anyway. Yeah, obviously we're going to watch this. We're watching it right now. Yeah, we got RETROMANIA going strong here. This is round 3 out of 5. Has anybody caught the pattern yet, by the way? Which is kind of an unintentional pattern, but there is a pattern to these games that, again, I didn't realize till I got to, like, round 5, and then I was sort of like, oh, yeah, I guess I am kind of doing that. Yeah, it is a nice tripod, as I've said repeatedly. I'd probably be more down to play this game if I hadn't just streamed it, like, a few days ago, but at least this is, like, the improved version. Like, this isn't the one that came with the Genesis Mini 2, where it was basically the same game. I mean, we gotta watch this animation. Normally I would skip it, but we can't skip it. Why would we skip it? I'm not skipping it. Okay, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. You're not 100% right, but you're on the right track. I will concede that. That in itself would be... No, although that might be true as well. That might have also been the thing. Big Mac was closer with his guess. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't think there is... I think there's a racing game in most of them. Actually, it might be a racing game in all of them now I'm thinking about it. Guys got me doubting myself. But again, this wasn't even done on purpose. The main point of this episode was just to, like, play games that, like, you know, show up a lot. Once, I mean, technically you're right because Sonic is Sega, but... Like I said, you're on the right track with that. And, look, it really just kind of is funny how it worked out that way because, again, it just, you know, this episode was supposed to pay homage to games that we play a lot, but then again, most of them do that, so... It's kind of hard not to have games like Return that, you know, would return anyway. And of course, with Sonic CD available, I knew it was only a matter of time before Rem made that happen. I don't think... Has Rem even played Sonic CD, like, the real game? Like, has she played Sonic CD in real life? I don't even know. Probably has. I would imagine. More, right now. So yeah, this is the first Sonic game to win today, so... Figures the first Sonic game to be in the new Retropolis is games that feature... Technically, yes. I mean, that is also, like... There might be, like, 1 or 2 games that haven't been featured, but I would say yes to that, but that's also... This is more of a coincidental thing. Again, I will say that it's not Chicken Rem, that's not the clue, but I'd say Big Mac was more on track. Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys what it is at the end. There's only, like, 2 more rounds after this, so... It's really not that incredible. Like, it's not like, oh, man, I can't believe he came up with that. Like, because I didn't even know I came up with it until I looked at all the choices, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Although I do have an episode that is just about that. Like, I usually do the Retro All-Stars at the beginning of the year, and those are games that have appeared in past Retros that I thought were really good. Really, the theming is not as important to me as it used to be. Like, I used to do, like, episodes revolving entirely around sports games or entirely around story games or whatever. Now I just kind of, like, pick games I like, and I'm like, you know... Like, we had a grab bag in the last round. Like, that doesn't go with anything. Like... So it's less about what it goes with and just kind of like, what's the best set of 25 games or 20 games that I can have people pick from. Like, that's it. That's my goal. It's odd for me to hear the U.S. soundtrack. I'm so used to the... Nah, I mean, I like both. I know that's, like, always a debate, like, which one's better. And, I mean, there are some strengths in both. I kind of wish you could just pick which tracks you want, like, from each. But anyway. Let's try this lousy special stage, which at least plays a little bit better because it's on an Xbox. I'm playing this on Xbox 360, so I didn't even have to change consoles for this. Oh no! That was not good. Hey, yo. So weird how you have to, like, slow down your jump to hit these things. That's what I never liked about these. It's like, you want to go fast. Gotta go fast. Not too fast, you miss them. Got it. Hey, yo. Do 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 do. Hey yo, it's a lot of time stones. By which I mean at one. It's a lot of one time stone. Now I'm glad we've had at least like it seems like everybody's appeared for at least a few minutes. I mean I get not everybody can appear for a whole retro. It's a lot. It's a lot of stream. You know these streams go on anywhere from like 2.5 to like 4 hours, really 3 hours. I can't remember the last retro that didn't make it to 3 hours, but. They generally are like 3-hour minimum streams, which I realize is a long time for people, and it's a long time for me, even when I'm doing it. So, you know, I want to make sure that it's, you know, enjoyable, but not to the point where people are like, okay, I'm tuning out now. Like, that's kind of where I think the more dynamic setup will work. Oh, power-up music's nice. Yeah, like I said, both soundtracks have their strengths and weaknesses. I mean, I think probably if I'm being objective, the Japanese soundtrack has better songs overall, but there are ones from the English soundtrack I really like, so... Can't really decide. That's a great thing about Sonic music, you know, even if there's multiple soundtracks, they're somehow all good, even for the same game. Good job, Sega. Of course, this is the iconic Metal Sonic appearance here in Collision Chaos. Future. Alright, Bobby Blur. I mean, that's not the worst thing you'd call me. That's not bad, actually. Ooh, here we go. If this happens, is more incidental. Like, I know this is part of the game, is to try to get this to, like, trigger, but... Whoa. 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 Not really sure why Red Light. I mean, this is a good game, but, like, this is not, like, the definitive Sonic game, right? Like, it's good. Got its moments. Ooh, how am I supposed to get through that to get the shield? Alright, Blurry Bob, you really just change it a little bit. Hey, yo. Do. I still prefer the like old school like that's my preferred music, but that's just me. All right, let's do this right now. So like that one, look how slow I have to move to hit that. Like I just happen to be right near that one, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hit it. Why not? Alright. Got 2 more to hit. Watch out. Uh-oh! Why the Mania special stages are like 10 times better. More control on these 3D parts. Got it. One game that really got inspired by this game, Jazz Jackrabbit. Okay. I think I've heard that name. It sounds like it'd be a Sonic ripoff of sorts. Maybe not a ripoff, but yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that. Do. Wow. Oh well, if it's by Epic Games, then it's got to be good. You know them and their games. Epic Game, oh, even better. Some Epic Games right there. Oh, no enemies! I do hate when enemies show up. Chicken times 2! Get the chicken multiplier. Somehow. Whoa. Okay. That was kind of pointless. Not as pointless as chicken times 2. No, that was double as pointless. Who doesn't enjoy more chicken, I suppose? Huh. If I hit a past one as I'm already going into the past, do I go more into the past? I don't know. Alright, well, if I see the robot generator here, I'll see if I can break it, but... I don't know if the level design actually changes in the past, or it just looks different. I think it might change in some subtle ways. Same with the future. Whoa, alright. Not going that way. They do. The past uses the MIDI version. Oh, really? I thought this song sounded a little familiar. Oh, alright. Hold on. We got the Metal Sonic thing. I think we have to get the robot generator, too, though. I really forgot how this whole time mechanic works. I know the music changes and the look of it changes. For some odd reason. Whoa, alright, that's a little weird. I found it odd. Hey, yo, it really is very unusual. Oh, there we go. I mean, again, not something I usually pride myself on doing, but there we go, we destroyed him. I mean, if I hit the past thing and I get stuck in the past, I will look for the robot generators. I know that's the point of the game, but I just don't really care that much, to be honest. Oh, really? Then what's the point of the Metal Sonic thing? I thought you had to destroy both. Does that mean, like, Metal Sonic will be easier later in the game? I really don't know, then. Yeah, you're right. That is the main thing you're looking for, but... it is what it is, you know. Yes! Oh, I got 100,000 points, that's why. Yeah, so again, why do I need the freaking Metal Sonic thing, then? I guess I don't need it. It's just kind of fun to get, I don't know. I also didn't break it in both acts, so I don't think it's going to really even count towards a good ending, but it's still kind of fun to think about, I guess. Whoa, okay, this is a bizarre little pattern here. Hey, yo. Alright, now we're having some fun. You're on RETROMANIA 80. Why? Do. Yeah. I created a good future. I say, but overall, it's still a bad future, because this boss fight is going to take place in the bad future arena. Oh, there's Robotnik right there! Gee, I wonder where he is. Right there. boss is alright. As far as Sonic, I never really liked Sonic CD bosses. Like, even the one with Metal Sonic is decent, but it's like fairly predictable too. But like, just you see about a lot of these. And you got this music, it's creepy as fuck. Oh yeah, they did make it on PC. I did not get to play this game until I was a little older. I got it on Sonic Gems Collection for GameCube. That was my first introduction to it. It's like, I'd always heard about Sonic CD. I'm like, I really want to play Sonic CD, so I played it. And I'm like, pretty good, but like, this is the game that's like supposed to be so revolutionary. Like, I just didn't really get it. Like, now I get a little bit more. I see the appeal, but like, I still don't think it's like that great, but it's decent. Your favorite? I mean, it's alright. Not definitely not my favorite Sonic game, but such is life. It does seem like it's become sort of a retro tradition. Damn it, oh, I was so close. Got him. There you go. That'd be the first Sonic game I played. Really? Alright. My first Sonic game was, of course, Sonic 2, but... Oh, I meant this level? I don't mind this level. I mean, there are worse levels. I don't, like, hate this game. It's just, I just don't get the appeal of it. Like, if it's just that you like the music, like, just get the soundtrack. In fact, I'm pretty sure I bought you the soundtrack for specifically that reason. Nice little tidbit there, but it's true. There you go. I got a lot. I don't know why I just thought of this. I got a lot of videos to work on. Like, besides retro ones, I got, like, a lot of Halloween footage, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas promotional stuff. A lot of stuff. It's good stuff, though. It's good to have stuff to edit, because that means that I had some, you know, some really good times, which I did. I will continue to have, but it piles up fast. That's why, like, my Christmas videos aren't out until, like, August the next year. It's honestly ridiculous. It's not something I try to do on purpose. No, I like this song. I also like the Japanese one of Tidal Tempest. It's like a borderline tolerable water level. Like, it still has some of the features of water levels that annoy me, but it's not that bad, I guess. Ooh, that's bad. I'm trying to give this game a compliment, and then it does that to me. I see how it is. Alright, that was really short, but again, I was not like... I know most people prefer the Japanese soundtrack. I'm pretty indifferent, to be honest. I will say the US Stardust Speedway song is amazing. I don't hate the Japanese one, but maybe it's the other way around now. I'm trying to remember. I'd know it if I heard it. Specifically the Metal Sonic music for Stardust Speedway, like the Bad Future. Anyway, back to Tidal Tempest, everyone's favorite level. Tidal frickin' Tempest. Right now. I don't get what the point of opening this up is unless it, like, leads somewhere. Oh, it does lead somewhere, alright. I take it back. It just kind of led me to waste a bunch of time in a level where I need water to survive, or I need air to survive. I got plenty of water. Okay, I'm gonna need an air bubble. Thank you. Ha! He tried to hit me. He didn't. I was too fast. See, with how, like, confined this level design is, like, it's not bad, but it's gonna be really hard for me to find a spot to do the time travel if, I mean, I know that's an option in this level, but, like, okay, that would be literally the only time to do it would be there. Alright, let's do it. It's kind of cheap, but that's in the game, so I'm gonna use it. Like, I'm like, this level does not really have any speed sections, so how was I going to do that otherwise? Now I just gotta find the robot generator, which again, I don't think it's even gonna really matter, because I didn't find the one in Act 1. I also don't play this enough where I memorize where those are. Basically, my goal is just to get through these levels for the most part. Got it. Just have him destroy that. Oh, no! Oh! I really did not see that coming. Oh, I wonder if that means I didn't get the credit for destroying that. I don't even care now. Like, I'm just gonna keep going, but that actually got me. I usually, like, am more cautious about that. I know there are crushers in this level, but usually they're, like, midway crushed when you get there. They're normally not just waiting for you there. So, whoopsies. That got me good. It really did. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like, gonna look for that robot generator again. If I find it, I find it, but... I also don't remember doing this part before. I said I wasn't going to look for it, but I'm just curious now. Yeah, I had to go back up here. It should be destroyed, but I don't know if it got reset because I died. It was up here. Oh, that I... Well, the enemies are destroyed still. Okay. Yep, it's destroyed. Okay. So, where was the thing? Now I'm all paranoid. It's right here. Okay. Of course, I'm still going to go to the special stage. That was pretty crazy, though. Not that I've never gotten hit by one of those before, but... I don't know, I just wasn't expecting it like that. That was pretty crazy. I did not enjoy that. No me gusta. Alright, speaking of things I don't enjoy. Another special stage in Sonic CD, yay! So I'm going to go for that one, because it's right there, and I still missed it because of the weird running speed in this game. Okay, that was a little bit of a risk, but it worked. That was a little bit of a risk, but it worked. That was a little bit of a... Actually, that wasn't much of a risk. It's just kind of me taking it the way it's supposed to go. So we got 2 more to go. Got a blue one toward the end here. Ooh, that was a bit of a risk. Oh, no, that was a big risk. It didn't work. Okay, well, that could have been good, except I freaking suck. Oh my god, really? I'm just circling it. I hate this running speed. Son of a monkey. Yeah, I said son of a monkey. That does give me more time. Ah, oh, shit. I basically have to, like, purposely... It's like I'm playing Sonic Labyrinth. There's still one. Okay, there is another one there. Ah, oh, damn it. Ah, well. Yeah, we still get 20,000 points. It's not bad for a failed attempt. Yeah! I like the little Sonic icon there. That's pretty cool. I will say, now that it's pretty much dark out, because it's 4:30, it does get dark pretty early here. Now that it's dark here, I can really feel that Retropolis energy coming back, you know, the lighting and everything. Retropolis really was known for its lighting, and, you know, this is no exception here. I think I'm going backwards, but there's some secrets I can find at least. So we'll see that momentarily as we get ready for, what is it, round 4 already? Yeah, 3 rounds in, we got a Sonic game, and it's not too surprising in the grand scheme of things. Oh, Robotnik! See what his deal is. There he is. There's Robotnik. Yeah! Oh no! There is an invincibility thing here. I think by the time it activates and I get to the boss, like, it's already, like, worn off. Maybe not. There's actually a lot of alternate pathways here for a boss act. Like, it's not just, like, get straight to the end. There's some stuff going on here. Yeah. This really is not going to protect me from much, since the main hazard in this boss is the potential of drowning. He does have the, what do you call it? Well, the laser beams, but anyway. Whoa, that was close. Plus, there's that whole thing where you get the bubble, you get thrown down really fast, so that can also make the beams... Oh, no! Like I said, I can make the beams quite the hazard in themselves. Themselves. I don't know. Weird conjugation there. Alright, there you go. Got him. like, these Sonic CD bosses take, like, 1 or 2 hits. The only one is that freaking wacky workbench boss I played the other day that I hate. It takes, like, 3 or 4 hits, but even then, it's like, for a Sonic boss, it's not that many hits. It's more just the fact that they drag it out, which is similar to Sonic Superstars, where the bosses don't take as many hits, but you have to, like, kind of wait till they go through their motions. I don't know if there's one pattern I prefer over the other. That particular boss, the Tidal Tempest little bubble shield boss, I actually don't mind that one. Just because I feel like that does, like, what's the word? Like, I don't know, you kind of get rewarded for trying to, like, go around the bubbles. Like, I don't know, it's actually not a bad design. It's a creative use of something that, like, had already been done. I didn't actually think that was going to back me out of the entire, like, game. I thought it was going to put me back to the title screen, which is what I wanted. But anyway, welcome back to Retro, everybody. This is your host, Bobby Gaines, otherwise known as Chaos Blur. And don't blink, you'll miss it, kind of like Sonic himself, as we go to round 4 of the voting here. I love how fast this is, to the point where I'm not used to it being that fast. I'm used to, like, it taking forever, so, like, I purposely give myself more time than I probably need, because I'm used to the old setup. But round 4 is up right now. We got Street Fighter 4 on the Xbox 360. We got Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Super Mario 3D World on Wii U, TMNT Turtles in Time, or, if you don't like any of those choices, which, let's face it, some of you might not, some of you might. If you don't like any of those choices, we do have the Sega Genesis Grab Bag as another option. But you know what it's time for now? Time for RETROMANIA! Nah, I don't know. It'd be kind of funny if I had, like, these really weird, like, little gimmicks or whatever. Oh, we're going the other way this time. Alright, that's fine. Gives me a little more time to get over there. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move myself over. I don't want to look at the vote for too long, because I don't want to accidentally influence it or anything. God forbid, right? But yeah, you can see some of the lights and some of the cool little touches here. In Retropolis, I'm kind of watching it along with you as we make this journey together into the new era of RETROMANIA. Okay, this is pretty stupid, but pretty cool, too. I didn't know how this would go. I mean, I knew how it would go because I did a test, and I'll probably release that test to YouTube after the show. There's also a pretty funny video of me retiring the original headset, which I put up before today, just as sort of like an homage to all that. I like how we've kind of changed angles a few times here, but the old headset. You guys remember this, right? This is the headset. This is the headset that hosted not just RETROMANIA, but, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years of streams going back to 2022. Almost made it to 4 years. Yeah, that was retired. We got the Coke here as the voting gets underway, and I'm still holding the remote. That could be a very dangerous proposition. Hey-o. Hey, freaking oh. But I'm enjoying this a lot. I really am. You know, it's not retro, like, it's not Retropolis. It is retro, but it's not Retropolis, but it's a fun time, and I'm glad you guys could join me here for it. I think the lighting options are really cool. I'm a little biased. I'm like, I think this idea I came up with is really good. Yeah, it's a decent idea. So, let me just, out of curiosity, see if I missed any chat messages here, other than the ones I maybe already saw. Maybe I didn't. We gotta have a more streamlined way of doing this. Because I can watch myself on my own stream, watching myself on my own stream, being like, what am I doing right now? I don't know. But we are here in Retropolis, and I still can't even see my own chat. Maybe there is, like, a Twitch connecting problem. I remember Shad said that toward the beginning, where it was like, it wasn't connecting him to the chat, or it kept reconnecting him, and he was like, I'm not going to type that much, except it's to tell you that you're wrong on how you spell the word color. Yeah, I'm not getting it. So, alright. Look, I'm not getting the chat, I should say. As long as it's working on everyone else's end, I am seeing my stream, which is the important part. I'm just not seeing the chat, which, again, it's not the end of the world here. I'd rather just see the votes at the end, maybe without even knowing. Oh, there we go. Now I got the chat. And it doesn't look like I missed anything unless the lag is just that strong. The only thing I need to pay attention to besides, like, the vote is, I guess, any rewards that might be getting redeemed right now, but that would also go to my phone. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool setup here. Hopefully you guys like it. Again, I don't know why I'm not going to put my phone there because I'll never remember it. This is Retro 80. Hard to believe, you know, we are kicking things off here in a big way. You know, new setup. Generally, I mean, you guys recognize this stuff. It's kind of like, how am I going to rebuild this? Didn't really take that long, to be honest. I mean, some of it did, getting the stuff over on the display cabinet, which is now shrouded in darkness and may as well not even be there. That was not that difficult, but it's worth noting. That is kind of the big addition of sorts, was the display cabinet. The display cabinet that's almost never on camera. That was it. Yeah, come back over here now. I'm not done with you guys. Hey, yo. Yeah, Retro Round 4 getting underway here. We've had a great show so far with, God, I forgot you guys' names. We got Big Mac, Zero, Toaster, Rem, the whole gang. The delay isn't that much today. Well, that's good. I mean, the delay really should not be that much at all, like, because, I don't know, it just shouldn't be. Like, the delay is based on my internet, which, since switching over to this new setup, has not been that bad. So, anything in terms of that should be good. Although, now that you said that, I am noticing the delay on my phone, because it's like I'll move the camera over, and then I'll look down at my phone and be like, oh, the camera looks off. And I'm like, no, that's because I moved it already. And I didn't think I moved it. But, yeah, I'm trying to stay unbiased here in this vote. Again, we got Street Fighter 4, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Super Mario 3D World, Turtles in Time, and a Sega Genesis grab bag all up for grabs. See what I did there? Live on RETROMANIA 80. The all-new setup, the all-new fun. Oh, looks like we got a winner. What do we got? Let's take a look right now. Give my live reaction to looking at it as well. And it is Sonic 3 and Knuckles with a vote of 4-2. Okay, so not really that, like, huge of a vote. Like, not that many, not too crazy, which is fine. All right, cool. So let's get that queued up. You know, you guys know I love me some Sonic 3 and or Knuckles. So let's get that going. Hey, yo. There's a delay of several minutes sometimes. All right, well, I'm glad it's not a delay of several minutes. That does not sound good. That's right, I do need to get the game now. So where am I going to find that game? Now, it's actually over here on the couch that I previously alluded to. Hey, yo. Which I'm now going to very awkwardly and slowly jump over to. And what else while I do that? Okay. Hey, yo. So yeah, this is another new effect. We can actually go all the way over. I can show you guys where I keep the games. It's really something, huh? Check phone! Oh, what, is my underwear showing or something? And we'll find out. Hey, there's Sonic. Alright, so we got our games here. It'd be great if I could just have Sonic go get the games for me. That's what I mean about needing, like, an assistant team. But I can make that walk. I can walk over there. Hey, yo. I can try to, anyway. Hey, yo. Alright, now I gotta check phone, apparently. Okay. Sign up there. Take the cartridge out here. The only thing is I do have to take my headset off briefly to go over there. But, honestly, not that big a deal. Like I said, if I extended this headset out a little bit more, I could actually do, like, rants while standing up. I just don't know how important that would really be to anybody. Alright, here we go. Let's check our Sonic 3 and Knuckles right now. There you go. Oh, it's right here. There you go. Ah. Distant Bobby noise as well. They are coming back right now. The only issue is going to be, as I bring this back over here, as I already can tell, the Retron 5 likes to do this fun little thing where it recognizes Sonic 3 and Knuckles as just Sonic 3. Or no, it's just Sonic and Knuckles, I should say. So, there we go. Try and put it back in again. See what we get. Sonic and Knuckles. See, I hate that. So let's see here. Now I'm going to do this live, because now I can. And there's not really much to this. Oh, almost dropped it. Got it, though. Saved it. Okay, so have my connection on terminals here. Close Bobby noises. Hey, oh. Like I said, this is where the show's going to get a little clunky, but that's fine. Gotta have Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Specifically Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm pretty pissed if it's not. We'll find out momentarily. Hey, it actually got it. All right. First try, but not really. Let's see if I can't... Should I just take it? Maybe I'll just take it from here. Oh, man. Hey, yo, exactly. Just jumping right into Hydrosity. I'm not really sure how or why that happened either, but here we go. I mean, this is my favorite game of all time, so I can't be too upset about that. And the second Sonic game, which should also not be a surprise. No Genesis grab bag. No grab bags at all today. That's alright. Whoa! Alright, here we go. Wait, how did I get to like 9 minutes? Alright, this is gonna be a little time attack here. I must have like just left this on like idle for a while to get to 9 minutes on this stage. This is not a very long stage. Jeez, alright. I've got to beat the boss super quick, win or if I get to it. The act should almost be over. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Okay, we got like 10 seconds to beat this. This sucks. I'm gonna just have to take a hit here. No, we're not gonna do it. Nope. Time over. I voted for the bag both times. Oh, no, I'm not saying nobody voted for the bag. I don't know how I was at, like, fucking such a, like, basically no time, but anyway. Alright, well, now we got all the time in the world to beat this thing. Yeah, sometimes it's in the bag, sometimes it's not. You know, that time I think I did beat it in like 5 seconds, too. That's the funny thing about that. Like, I actually did beat that pretty quick that time. Not quick enough. There you go. I do enjoy voting for the bag both times. Damn. Alright, well, that's the way that goes. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Alright, so round 4 of RETROMANIA 80, and to the surprise of nobody, and apparently R.I.P. Tiny Tim, to the surprise of nobody, we've got, our second Sonic game, so it's two games out of 4 Sonic games. Hey, yo. Damn it, Sonic. Fucking, I do not have, like, any control over the spin dash right now. Whoopsies. There we go. Now you want to do the spin dash. Dude, what the fuck? Fuck, that's not the spin dash. Oof. That is not the spin dash, you bitch! God damn it! Well, at least there's an extra life here. Dude, what the fuck is going on here? Well, that's the end of that. Dude, I'm hitting down. There we go. That's gonna suck, because there's a lot of spin dash in this stage. Oh, alright, I was like, if that keeps coming, like, I'm not gonna make it to that. Here we go. I always like the music in this level. Nah, it's not me liking the music in this level. Miss that jump. Dude, I feel like I'm playing Sonic 1 with how gimped the spin dash is, except there is no spin dash in Sonic 1. That was kind of the point. Anyway. Yeah, Tiny Tim, I've heard of him. Or Sonic 3 and Knuckles right now. See if I can get a... Actually, an electric shield would help here. I mean, any shield would help. Well, I'm gonna say fire shield would be the least helpful right now. But electric shield would help for this next part. Obviously, long-term water shield would help the most. And I'm gonna have to take this. Electric shield I just saw. Okay, but then I had the replacement bumpers, which ironically... Oh, what the hell? I just, like, clipped through it. Yeah, oh, I got to keep the fire shield. Oh, the electric shield, though, anyway. That's good, at least. I don't know how helpful this is gonna be, but it can't hurt, right? Okay. Damn, it's not really gonna help that much. Ooh, that was... Oh! I knew that was gonna hurt. I did not know that was gonna kill me, though. I did not know that was a kill. I did not know that was a kill. Wow. Did not know that was a kill. Yes, there is. Sonic 3 was released on its own. Well, I mean, Knuckles was, like, in the game, like, as a cameo character, but he's not playable unless you connect Sonic 3 to Sonic and Knuckles. So, yes, they are technically two separate games. And you can play Sonic 3 as Knuckles when you connect the two, and it's a different game, like, different level designs and stuff. But yeah, there is just a regular Sonic 3. I have both of them. Well, obviously you have to have both of them to play it. I have both games separately and both games together. And there are some minor differences if you just play one or the other. Basically, Sonic and Knuckles is part 2 of Sonic 3. Putting them together lets you play the entire game as, like, all 3 characters. Whereas Tails isn't in Sonic and Knuckles usually, and Knuckles isn't in Sonic 3 usually. It's kind of a weird thing they did there, but... still has not been done ever since, like, having 2 games connect like that, at least not in the cartridge era. Obviously, there are games that, like, add on to each other now, like with that game. No, I'm not thinking of that. Mass Effect has, like, sort of that effect. But the games amass on top of each other. See, I mean, they do that. Good. There you go. But yeah, you can play Sonic 3 without Sonic and Knuckles. Still a fun game. It's a lot shorter, but... I feel like they made some of the levels longer to compensate for that. Like, if you play Sonic 3 by itself without the and Knuckles feature, as it's humorously called, there's only 6 levels, but I feel like they are a little longer. That could just be in my imagination, because you can't play them as Knuckles, so you play them as Sonic or Tails, and... yeah, basically, it was DLC before DLC. It was a game that they put out, because Sega couldn't, like, meet the deadline for Sonic 3 in time, I guess. There's a lot of different reasons for it. So they put out Sonic 3, I want to say, like, in June of, like, 94, and then they put out Sonic and Knuckles in, like, October of 94, so a few months after. And they, you know, gave you the option to lock on technology, also lets you play Sonic 2 as Knuckles, by the way. So you could attach a number of different Sonic games to your copy of Sonic and Knuckles and get additional content. Usually it was just Knuckles added into the game, but... some games you would get Blue Sphere's minigame, which is the special stages by themselves. That's pretty fun, though. Stuff like that always made me think like I was so clever, like I discovered some secret that nobody else knew. Like, oh my god, I made Sonic 3 do this! It's like, well, no, it was kind of supposed to do that. Like, that's how the game was made. Or, well, it's how, like, that was their design. Like, the game was basically too ambitious to fit on one cartridge. So, it fits on 2, and actually it's more like 2.5, because one of the cartridges is really chunky. But you can play either game. You can play Sonic and Knuckles by itself, and there is, like, an ending. Like, you can play just this game or just that game. And for a while I did, or I just, you know, didn't connect them often. It wasn't until I connected them both I saw just how, like, how epic this game really is. Like, it's still probably the longest, like, 2D Sonic game. It's not the longest Sonic game, because obviously Frontiers would be, but... It's one of the longest Sonic games. It's like 3.5 hours for the whole game. For a 3D Sonic game, that's very long. I was gonna say, I actually don't want to do the special stages right now. So I'm not going to. I actually was never a huge fan of this stage. But I don't hate this stage the same way I hate, like, Sandopolis Zone, which is later in the game. It's just kind of mad at me, this level. It's okay. It's there. Marble Garden, that is. But, I mean, the whole game has its, like, moments. Like, even the levels I don't like still have some good moments in them. This level is probably, like, my second or third least favorite. I mean, obviously my least favorite is Sandopolis. It's just frustratingly difficult. This level's not difficult. It's just tedious at times. It's okay. The aesthetic is kind of like... It's been done before, but maybe it's a little more majestic here. Like, it's just a green level, but more with mountains this time. These things are annoying. They always were. The little, like, spinny things. You have to run on them just right. And then if you touch the ground with them, they spin you way out of the way like that. Which, in that case, doesn't help. Sometimes it does kind of help to try that, but anyway. Okay. I remember Toaster told me to check my phone. I feel like I should probably do that. Next round I'll do that, like, when I wait for the vote. And what a waiting it'll be. We'll say from just a practicality point of view, which I know is not really the goal of Retro to be practical, but just from like a comfort point of view, this is so much more comfortable for me. Like the room is, I mean, my room is climate controlled too, but this room is really nice and comfortable. You know, it's not too big, not too small. Got a little room to walk around. I'm not like fumbling for game cartridges because they're on a side of the room that I don't necessarily have to always be on. So, a lot to like here. I'm like reviewing my own setup along with you guys because I'm like, you know, it looks good. That was obviously a big factor for me. But how does it play? You know, how does it work? How does it... And it functions basically the same. And, you know, it's basically you're watching me stream, but a little bit different. Like, most of my streams are going to be in the other angle, and that's fine. Like, I think this room's got enough to offer where I can do that. So, you know, I don't know. I did the Halloween stream. I was tempted to maybe try that angle then, but between trying to get Jepachu and I both on camera and having it be sort of a seamless experience, I was like, it's a little too much to try in one stream, so... I'll save this for the eventual Retro debut, and luckily I had the time, because I've been working so much, I had the time to make this all happen, so... Like I said, hopefully there's not going to be a long wait for the next Retro, because this one kind of did take a while, just because of everything I had to do, but now that we know the template, we got it going, I mean, I'm happy, I'm very happy for the future Retro, like, either way, like... The next episode's probably going to be very similar to this one, it's going to be Christmas-themed, but... It's going to be very similar, like I'm not really going to add a lot, but starting in 2026, I'm hoping I start to nail down something a little more concrete, but, I mean, I don't know, I like this. Again, I didn't officially name this setup. I know Retro Cave was something that was suggested, or at least was the vote that in the beginning of the stream. I'm not, like, married to that, but, I mean, I'd be fine with New Retropolis, Retropolis 2. Maybe I just call it Retropolis, although I do feel like there is a certain, I don't know, not connotation, but there's a certain reputation with that name that, you know, this room is not. This room is not Retropolis. Retropolis was a very specific place that I will always remember. I say it like it died, but I mean, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, we had a lot of fun there. We're gonna have a lot of fun here, too, so. Hey, what's going on, Randy? Thanks for joining us again. We're here in round 4 of RETROMANIA 80. I always like to announce that as we go, in case anybody's losing track, because it does kind of get a little hard to keep up with. But, oh, cool names. I thought you said cool games. Well, they are cool games, too. Yeah, those are just some ideas. The Retro Cave, I actually like that name more than I did initially, just because this is called the Chaos Cave 2. But then again, the original setup was called the Chaos Cave. That's why it's Chaos Cave 2. So if I wanted to stick with that tradition, I would just call it Retropolis 2. It is different, you know, because it is kind of, well, I keep saying it's the same room. It was the same room before, too. That's kind of what's the magic of Retropolis, is using some movie magic. I kind of made it look like we were in a different room, even though it was the same exact room as before. So, you know, whatever, right? Yeah, we've had some fun times already today, and we got one more round to go after this one. And I am feeling it. Feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Okay, oh, damn it, Tails. All you had to do was not do what you just did, but okay. You were excited. Ah, damn it. Now I don't have a way to destroy this thing. Well, I'm going to take it out in this bonus round if I go to it. Which I'm about to right now. Hey, yo. This is intense. I mean, this is the bonus round. Yeah, it's pretty intense as far as bonus rounds go. Just trying to collect as many rings and bonuses, I guess, as I can, right? That's the name of the game. Got another extra life. Always good to get those. Yeah, anytime I get... I mean, I shouldn't be surprised if this game made it in, but... You never know. I never know when I do these things. Okay, thankfully they put the next thing right there. Oh, I was about to say, that's gonna get me. And it did. That's like my third time getting crushed. Like, I've actually, like, kind of done this. The Bobby effect. I've really, like, gotten hit a lot in this one. Alright, the Bobby effect. I don't really know what to make of that, but... Say, the nerf spin dash will hurt me on things like that. That wasn't a spin dash issue. That was me trying to get too fancy with the fire dash. Nope. Yes. So yeah, if the Bobby effect is me getting my ass kicked by a crusher, then yeah, I guess we're seeing a lot of Bobby effect right now. Whoa. If I could avoid that crusher, I'd like to. I just don't like crushers in general. And there are not a lot of crushers in this level, but there's enough where it's an issue. As we just saw there. Ooh, I was trying to thread the needle there. No such needle was threaded. We saw IDM Pod, but mainly for the beginning of the show. I don't even know if he voted in round 1. Which feels like ages ago now. Hey, yo. In case you guys are wondering, we are on round 4 right now, so just one more round after this. Alright, Hobby Bobby so far. Toaster going for the, you know, nothing wrong with it. The ever-popular changing of my name ever so slightly to make slightly clever wordplay comments. This is worse than reading YouTube comments. Nah, it's not too bad. Toaster makes good comments. I'm not really sure what they mean sometimes, but he makes them. No polluted turtle today. I'm like thinking about, like, you know, now that we're nearing the end of the show, we're not at the end of the show yet. We've seen a lot of great people here, though. That's the important thing. Hey, yo. Alright, time for Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik coming right up. There he is. There he'll be. I don't get really what the point of him hitting him there is, but may as well go for it, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. No! There's a lot of spikes. Is that right now? There we go. Ciao. Hey, yo. Alright, I will admit, this is not like my favorite stage, but this is a really cool boss fight, I think. I wish they did more with this, and we'll see in a second what I mean. Like, I'm sure anyone who's played this game knows this boss fight is actually one of my favorites. Can be a little annoying at times, but then again, a lot of classic Sonic bosses could be. Well, this boss is especially annoying if you're just playing as Tails. Playing as Sonic and Tails is basically the best way to do this, or even just playing as Sonic, because then you get Tails. So, basically, I like it. He takes to the air against Robotnik, and he dodges attacks. Again, I think this idea, it's not amazing here, but I think this idea definitely could have been done more in other games. Like, I love this idea of Sonic and Tails going against Robotnik together. And, like, there is sort of a cheapness to this, and you don't know what side of the screen he's going to come from, and, you know, we've all been there, you know. Like, yeah, see, like, that kind of sucks, but, like... I kind of had to do that, but again, as an idea, I really liked this. Like, because we know, like, you know, Sonic can fly, or Sonic can fly, Tails can fly Sonic, but like generally it's just used for traversal. I don't know, I just always like that fight. I wish more games, especially newer Sonic games, you could have like some really dynamic fights where like, hey, it's a dynamic again. You know, where Tails flies Sonic around, maybe like Knuckles even kind of throws him. Like, that would be really cool. Yeah, no, Sonic can fly. Didn't you know that? I thought it was just Super Sonic, but no, it turns out even regular Sonic can do it. Yeah, I'm as surprised as you. But anyway, hey, yo, I know we've all been enjoying that, but we're going to go ahead now and queue up round 5 here on RETROMANIA 80. Say, this part of the show always was kind of awkward, so why would it be any different now? Right. I do like keeping the game screen behind me as we move things along here. Alrighty. So, round 5. What surprises could I possibly have? Has anybody caught the not-so-secret theme that isn't really a theme at all? Probably not, but let's go into round 5 and take a look here. The last round right now, we got Sonic Adventure 2 on Dreamcast, Burnout Revenge. It might help if I threw the actual poll up, right? Hey, yo. Alright, Sonic Adventure 2, Tiny Toon Adventures on Sega Genesis. Bobby Boo Bats, I don't believe that game is available right now, but we got Sonic Adventure 2 on Dreamcast, Tiny Toon Adventures, Crash Bandicoot: A Big Adventure on, God, what the hell is it? Game Boy Advance, Burnout Revenge on Xbox 360, and a lot of other great choices. Actually, that's all the choices. But rather than sit here and just watch that, because that could be a little nerve-wracking for some of us, we're going to go ahead and just warp things on over this way. Actually, I took the long way. That's all right. I like to show off the setup a little bit. I gotta say, these laser lights are really doing it for me. But, yeah, plenty of time still to vote. We got Sonic Adventure 2, Tiny Toon Adventures, Crash Bandicoot Big Adventure, a lot of adventures, Super Mario 64, and Burnout Revenge. All as great options here as we make our way through Retropolis over to the other side. There'll be more voting soon to come as well. Chaos rules are in effect. I know some people don't like them, some people do. The gimmick of this dreamless tripod. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean, if you don't like the tripod, you don't like it. But I mean, that is going to be a staple going forward of the newer era of Retropoli. Retropoli? What the hell am I saying? The future retro streams, I should say, will be all about that, or partially about that. Hey, yo. I say I don't need to move. I'm always like tempted to move the tripod. I don't have to. I just do this. Woo! Alright, kind of center my face up a little bit more, right? That's what you guys want to see, right? Want to see more of this face? Want to see me drinking more Sprite? No, I mean, you're right. That is kind of the big addition. I mean, you've seen the room before, but you've never seen it with a rotating tripod. I think I told you. Well, I didn't tell you I was using it for the stream, but I think I told you I got a motorized tripod. And if you think it adds to this, which it does, it's going to really add to the Christmas countdown and the Christmas streams in general. Of which there are only a couple, but it's still a really cool feature, I think. Not to brag, although I did just brag. But no, I think this was a fun idea. I mean, I do welcome feedback, so if you think it was not a good idea, that is certainly valid. I'm not, like, expecting everybody to love this idea. Especially when I've been doing this so long, there is kind of that fatigue of, like, what else can I do? I think I mentioned that in the beginning. Which is also kind of a gaming thing in general. Like, how much more can gaming do that it hasn't done already? I see I'm missing comments. That is one downside, is that I cannot read the chat from here, or it's just very difficult to. Oh, that's right, I gotta check my phone. I don't have to, but Toaster told me to, so I guess I have to. I got a few text messages. I don't know if that's what he was talking about, but, alright, let's see. Oh, alright. Alright, that. What the fuck am I looking at? I'm not gonna show it. Alright, is that why I was checking my phone? was it something else? I don't know. But anyway, that was not the reason I was going to check my phone. It was more to see what great chat messages I might be missing here. Nope, come back. Hey, yo, all right, that is kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. Woo, woohoo, woohoo. Looks like I might be missing a reward redeem as well. Oh, hello. Okay, this is not, like... This is not what I thought I was checking my, phone for, but alright. Maybe it is what I was checking my phone for. I really don't know, but we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Round 5. Last chance to cast your votes for what game we're going to play here in this final round. What's it going to be? We'll find out momentarily, and then I will tell you all, if you haven't already guessed it, what the bizarre gimmick was, or not gimmick, but the theme that some of these games sort of kind of had in common. Big Mac got really close to it. In fact, I may as well just tell you at this point, but we'll see in a second. Alright, let's see here. Chat is unavailable right now on my phone, so that's great. I'll just have to catch up when I go back over there. And when I do, well, look out. It's going to be pretty good. Depending on what game it is, too, I might have to actually grab something different. Like, I might have to grab a different game case or something. Alright, well, there's no point in having the phone out if I can't read the chat, but I will take a look. As soon as I see that go green over there, I'll know that one of the games won. I would hope one of the games won. But yeah, for right now, I'm kind of just zoning out here. Some Sonic pun intended. I'm just zoning out here, enjoying my own show. Hopefully you've all enjoyed Retromania 80 here as we get ready for the final game. It's the final game now. Diddle-doo-doo. Diddle-doo-doo-doo. Diddle-doo-doo-doo. Diddle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Diddle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Diddle-doo-doo-doo. I really wish I could show off the ceiling lighting. It's pretty cool. It's never going to be shown. I'm like, what was that noise? It sounded like a dog barking. I'm like, oh, it's the freaking Blue Spheres minigame. Hey, yo. You know, 5 minutes doesn't seem like that long a time until you wait for it in 5 minutes. And then you see how long of a time it really is. But we're going to see what happens here. We saw a tie earlier in the game, and it looks like there's another tie. Why wouldn't there be? Another tie to wrap things up. Let's see what we got. Hey, yo. Ooh, all right. We got, wow, all right, a whole 5 votes total. Looking forward to the fireside chat. Are you the Retro Police of Retropolis? I guess technically I am, yes. All right, no, we're not going the long way this time. All right, so we got another tie. This is tough. This is tough. Because the tie is between Sonic Adventure 2 and Super Mario 64. And I feel like it's a no-brainer which game I should pick. But if I'm going to stay true to my own rule, Super Mario 64 has definitely not appeared on a lot of retros. But then again, it's Sonic Adventure 2. So, if I got to break that tie, I feel like this is going to be an obvious choice. There are some times where that just overrides it. So, yeah, I think you guys already guessed where I'm going with this. So I'm going to go ahead and literally go and grab the Sonic Adventure 2 game disc, because normally I would be in favor of Super Mario 64 just because it hasn't appeared on a lot of retros, but I can't. I can't go against SA2. I'm not going to. And it's another game that's appeared in a lot of retros, and I'm going to go ahead and continue that tradition right now. Yeah, I can't wait either, Randy. Hey, yo. Good times coming up here. Hey, I made the rules. I can break the rules. I will. I missed any reports. Hey. Alright. Hey. Alright, we got SA2. We're ready to go. I'm gonna come back over here with this. Wish there was a way to, like... No, I can't really do that. Like, home location this or whatever. Not home location, but like one button that would just like return it to a central point. There probably is one. Mic check? Hey, yo. Well, yeah, I'm on the mic. It might have been a little quiet just because I had to, do something. I was gonna say, I had to physically, like, leave my, my post there to grab the game, which I just grabbed and put in there. I really am back. Yeah, I mean, there is still somewhat of a lag, so, like, even though I heard myself return, I didn't hear myself, but I saw myself return to action there. Alright, let's go ahead and get this going. Where is my Dreamcast controller now? That's my next question. And the Dreamcast loading screen that I was talking about. Hey, yo. Let's go ahead and grab that up. And I'm sure Big Mac had something to do with Sonic Adventure 2 winning this one. Or, well, tying. I don't like ties, alright? Like I always said, the best way to avoid ties is just not to have ties. Like, that's my tiebreaker, is just somebody make up their mind and vote for something. Toaster is great. Yeah, Toaster's not bad. But yeah, wrapping things up with SA2. Just seems right to me. And yes, this is the original Sega Dreamcast SA2 loading or intro screen. More right now. Hey, yo. I gave my one vote to Elden, and there you go. Your one vote made the difference. That's one where I really probably should have gone Mario 64 if I'm going to follow my own rule, but I mean, between those two, if it was any other Sonic game, or even like, I don't know, if it was Sonic 1, which I wouldn't even have the ballot to begin with, but if it was Sonic 1, I would have gone that way. Mr. paid into this vote and still. That kind of confused me too. I'm like, how did we only get 2 votes? Like, he voted once? He must have voted for something else. I don't even, you know what? Even though the vote just happened, I don't even want to try to figure it out. It was 2-2, right? So he must have voted for Mario 64 twice? I don't know. He only bought like 1 vote, I think, maybe 2. There were only 5 votes. The other one was for something else, but it was 2-2 with 1 extra vote. Even though I think there's more than 5 people on the stream, so like it still doesn't make sense, even with the extra votes. But a lot of the numbers today went that way, where I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Like, there were like 6 or 7 viewers at one point, and there'd be like 3 votes with like 1 bot vote, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, here we go. Not paying attention to the game right now. I voted Mario. You used your vote on 2 different games? Like you bought. All right. I forgot I had that in there. Oh yeah. Does anybody know what the accidental recurring theme was? Now that we've seen the selections in every round, I'll give you a clue. We just had a tie that involved them. Plus, Big Mac pretty much got it earlier in the stream, or almost got it. Oh yeah. Whoa. Whee! Oh shit. I know you have to be quick on that, but damn it. I thought I was going to get that lightspeed dash. Obviously, I did not. Trust me, and we might escape from the city. Follow me. Set me free. Trust me, and we might escape from the city.
Here we go.
Whee! I do wish they had a scene like this in the Sonic movie 3, like where he just grinds down a bunch of rails. Like, I know they had a couple references to Sonic Adventure 2. I'm not saying they had to put like the whole Cityscape stage in there, but it would have been nice to see some more tricks involving rail grinding specifically, because that was such a big part of this game. I know it's stayed in other Sonic games, but this game started rail grinding with the soap shoes and all that. I mean, I did not expect the soap shoes to appear, and they didn't, but I thought there'd be at least some scene where he grinds down a long rail or something. I don't know. I mean, there was plenty of action going on in this version. SA2 Battle has like more of a 2-player mode, hence the name, but it also does have some other quality of life improvements. I mean, it only came out like a year after this, so it has, you know, maybe slightly updated graphics, slightly better animations, like for cutscenes. I have them both. I have the GameCube version of this game, SA2 Battle, and, you know, it's good. Like, SA2 Battle is a step up from this, but it's not so much of a step up that I can't play this. Like, this feels like the same damn game, because it is the same damn game.
Too easy. Piece of cake.
They added a few other things, like, I mean, there's still 180 emblems. They didn't add any emblems. They didn't add any, like, secret levels or anything. They added a few, like, alternate costumes for the players. Like, in 2-player mode, you can get, like, another costume for Rouge or something, or Shadow and all them. Play Iron Gate. play a few levels here. I figured the two-player part is new. The two-player part, there is a two-player mode in the Dreamcast version, but the two-player mode in the GameCube version adds a lot more stages. There's like a rail grinding race. There's like, they really just kind of loaded it into there. They loaded a lot of the new content into that particular part of the game because honestly, like I said, this game came out in like June of 2001. I think Adventure 2 Battle came out like either late 2001 or early 2002. Like it was like maybe months. Like it wasn't like they had 2 years to remaster this. Like they just threw this out. Which is what makes it funny is that SA2 Battle is a better remake than Sonic Adventure DX, which had 4 years. Like Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast came out in 1999, and SADX came out in 2003. So you'd think they would have really gone up in that, but like somehow it's worse. Whereas I think SA2 Battle is at least better. Like it's not hugely better, but like I think like this part, for example, has better lighting, where like the sirens are. Like I think it's more like gray with red lighting rather than just all bright red. I don't really mind this, but some of the mechanical parts, like some of the prison levels, look a little bit better on the GameCube version. But I mean, it's really subjective. There's not a major graphical upgrade, I don't think. And other than that, content-wise, it's mostly the two-player editions and two-player playable characters like Metal Sonic and the Chow, whatever. It's very minute. Which is why at first I didn't even really want it, and then over time I realized I kind of played my GameCube more than my Dreamcast at that point in life, so I'm like, oh, I still want to play more SA2, so what the heck, I'll get it on GameCube too. But ultimately, I mean, I've played either one. I think I've even done SA2 Battle on Retro. In fact, I think that's a way that I get around it sometimes. If I do like a GameCube episode, I just go like, oh, I'll put SA2 on as the GameCube one. Like, that's really the only time I'll play it over this one is if I want to do like, oh, it's a Nintendo episode, but I'm still going to put a Sonic game on the ballot. Kind of like Sonic Advance, which obviously was only on Nintendo consoles, but yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. Hey, yo. Yo. I don't know why I always like this level. This level's actually the first level I played in Sonic Adventure 2, because I started with the Dark Story. So I started this game, and part of the thing to me was getting to play as Robotnik. It really was. Like, I always thought it was really cool to get to play as Robotnik, so this is the first level I played in SA2. And, like, I thought this was so cool to be doing this instead of, like, you know, the beach level or, like, a Green Hill level. Like, you're going through a freaking, like, factory. It is electric, isn't it? Like, 'cause this is not, usually this would be, like, the last level in a Sonic game, but you're playing it, like, first. You're playing as Robotnik, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I'm Robotnik, and I'm breaking into this factory. In fact, Toaster made me a very nice design of this, a 3D print. I might show it after this. Of the Robotnik Egg Walker here. So, yeah, no, I always liked this design for him. It was a great way to make him a playable character. Basically, he's like a tank, like a mech. Not like a mech, definitely a mech. So that was cool. Yeah, like I said, Toaster made me a really cool 3D print of that, which I loved. So, yeah. Yeah, so I just realized, with this game now, 3 out of the 5 votes went to Sonic. We had Sonic CD earlier in the stream, courtesy of Rem spending like half her points. We had Sonic CD, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and now Sonic Adventure 2. So I should not be surprised, to be honest. And I'm not. Not at all surprised, honestly. Hey, yo. So yeah, I'm not gonna spend too long on this. I'm gonna play like a few levels here and just enjoy it all. I actually don't hate the hunting levels. I don't love the little beeping noise, but whatever, you're kind of used to that. Like everybody who doesn't like these stages hates that beeping noise. Double containers? Boy, where could that be? Probably a place with 2 containers. Oh, hold on, we're getting beeping. Beep on, sweet machine, beep on. A high place. That's a high place with 2 containers on it. Where could it be? All right, so you were pretty much right on it, Big Mac, when you said there's a Sonic game in every round, but you missed one thing. There's a Sonic game and a Mario game in every round. I don't know how that happened. Round 1 had Mario All-Stars and I forgot what Sonic game it was now, but there was a Sonic game, Sonic Spinball. Round 2 had Sonic 2 and some Yoshi's Island in it, and so on. Every round had a Sonic and a Mario game in it. And I don't know why. It just worked out that way, where every single... So when you said every round had a Sonic game on, I'm like, you're right, but that's not the whole story. It was like I kind of just put one of each on there, and I honestly thought one Mario game would win, and technically it could have, but it was a tie. But also, a lot of you also had valid guesses with the Sega game thing, because yes, Sonic is a Sega game, and there were some other Sega games on the list too, besides Sonic. And then also, games that had been on Retro before. I think most of these have been, if not all of them. No, it's been a fun episode. I love, I love doing this. It's funny because I don't make you guys vote for Sonic games, but I do feel like a lot of times we get the Sonic games because I like them. Up there, that thing was. God damn it. So, I'm the big Sonic fan, yes, but like I didn't make you guys vote for a freaking Sonic game every time. Well, I was going through like all the games that I like, and a lot of them are either Sonic or Mario games. They're either from the SNES era or Game Boy Advance. But obviously, my history with Sonic is a lot more far-reaching, which is why it's kind of funny that there were as many Sonic games as Mario games, one per round, so 10 altogether. And these weren't like random Mario games. Like we had Mario 3D World, we had Mario World, we had Mario 64. I mean, these are well-known Mario games. And they all got passed over for Sonic games. I mean, I know it was close with Mario 64, but yeah, that's just how it goes. Again, I don't hate Mario. Like, if anyone thinks I hate Mario, I gave Mario just the same chance. 50-50. There it is. Like, I did not make anyone vote for Sonic. I did not make Rem spend 1,000 points for CD. There was another quantity of life to the search levels. Oh, they did do that, yeah. Which, I mean, what does that really do? They really should have just fixed the radar like they did in SA1, where you can see the emerald. You can see any of the 3 emeralds that you're in proximity of. Like, I don't know why they got rid of that from Sonic Adventure 1.
Stage select.
And they had time to redo it in this game, and they just didn't do it. But anyway. Not my place to judge. So, imagine you're in the middle of Retromania, and all of a sudden Black Doom teleports you to Radical Highway. Now, that's exactly what we're about to have happen. Hey, yo. I think another minor change, I just remembered it because I got one of the Chaos Drives for the Chao, is that when you level up your Chao in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, it actually shows you, like, what you're leveling up. Like, it'll show, like, the Chao stats, whereas in this game, I think it just, like, it might show you somewhere, but it doesn't show you as you go. So, like, if I gave my Chao a red Chaos Drive, I forget how the game even works, but, like, in SA2 Battle, it'll show you the stats. Like, it'll show, like, level 5 power, level 10 defense, or whatever. I don't even remember what the stats are, but in this game, it really doesn't, or maybe it does when you level up, but it doesn't show you the progress. Which, again, like I said, they basically picked on, like, the very specific settings in this game, like the battle, the Chao racing, and the Chao stuff, and they kind of focused on that. They didn't really add anything to the meat of the game. But, I mean, that's not to say they didn't do anything. Yeah, they show stats. I mean, I've played them both, and like I said, the differences to me are not worth me picking that over this. Like, this to me is the original game. It was the last Sonic game on a Sega console. Still, because there are no more Sega consoles. So this was the last, like, mainline Sonic title to appear on a Sega console. Originally supposed to be exclusive, but obviously that didn't work. Oops, neither did that jump, speaking of things that didn't work. Uh-oh, here we go. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna die. No, that might not. Hey, yo. But again, I don't really blame Sega for that because they re-released the game like a few months or whatever. I don't know how much time they had to turn that around. Like, I don't know how long it would have. I mean, it would have taken a lot longer if they wanted to actually like add levels or add substantial content. Especially back then, they just wanted to port the game to GameCube, and they added a few things. Like, that's it. Like, I know it looks grander than it is. Like, the game art is, like, really cool for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and some other things. Like, they gave it a nice coat of paint, but I mean, that's really all they could do with that little time. You know, that's before Sega used to re-release all their games all the time. That was actually one of the first times I can think of Sega re-releasing a game that quickly after it came out. Now it happens a lot, and they seem to be a lot lazier about it. They had like 11 years, or I don't know how long they had, but they had a while to remaster Sonic Colors and actually have it be competent. They still failed, and Sonic Colors was a pretty decent game when it started. I mean, so was this, but just funny to me that, you know, they were able to quickly turn around and make, you know, SA2, which is a good game, into a slightly better game in a few months. But for Sonic Colors, I don't know how long they worked on that remaster, but they certainly didn't make it look like they worked a while on it. I'll say that much.
Too easy for me.
Too easy for me. It was alright for you.
Stage select.
Hey, yo. I was trying to think like what level to do as Tails. Really, none of the Tails levels stand out to me, but this one's a different, it's a desert level, so it's a little different than the ones we've been doing. I don't know. The Tails levels are okay to me. It's weird. I prefer the Robotnik levels, even though they're kind of the same thing. Like, I don't know why. Maybe it's just my bias. Like, it's just more interesting to me to play as Robotnik. It doesn't really make a lot of sense for me to play as Tails, a flying character in a mech that moves and flies slower than he does. Like, I understand why they did it, to break up the characters, you know, they each have an attribute, but, like, to me it's just kind of boring. Like, compared to Robotnik, where I understood why he played like that, and it was kind of an interesting change of pace. You have a save file? I do not, and I wish I did. I did a long time ago on, I think it was on the Dreamcast version. And I forget how that got corrupted, but that was an old, that's painful. No, I played the Green Hill Zone level, because I used to have it, but I don't have it on GameCube or Dreamcast. But if I did, oh boy, we'd be playing it. Say, that was cool. Oh shit, I'm gonna die here. That was cool. That was before, like, Green Hill Zone got shoved down our throats. Like, yeah. That was before that. So, like, that was like, you saw Green Hill Zone in full 3D back then. It was like, oh, that's really cool. Okay. Yeah, Tails is okay. No, that's in the game. From Green Hills on Steam port of this game. Yeah, I believe it's in all the versions when you get all 180 emblems. Oh shit. I mean, Mystic Melody I could use. You know what? Let me use it. I'm just curious to see where this is going to lead. Because I'm not even doing that mission right now. It just leads to a Chow thing, which I really don't want to go to Chow World right now. Can't see again. There we go. Can't see. I don't know if that was a shortcut or not, but it's going to have to be. It might have been, I don't know. Oh. Yo. No! Oh, or Sonic! Whatever the hell he says. Hey, yo. do the chow stuff, so getting all these animals is not really helping me all that much. There you go, got it.
I did it!
He really did do it. Good job, Tails. E!
I got it.
Oh, that's right, I died close to the end of the level. I'm like, how did I get to E? Like, I could see me not getting an A, but I feel like I should have done a little better than that. I really did not.
Stage select.
There you go. So cool how they tied all parts into one experience. The child driving animals can begin to account. They really can. No, I mean, it was a great game. I mean, we've only been waiting for a Sonic Adventure 3 for 24 years now. I don't think we're ever going to get one, but Sonic Adventure games really, like, they were simple in some ways, but they were what I think a 3D Sonic game should have been, both of them. I mean, I prefer Adventure 1, believe it or not, but I do love Adventure 2 for the story. Useless safe. Alright. That's a clue, I guess. There you go. So I can't waste too much time here. Hold on, we got radar. Ah, damn it. Okay, it's right there. Okay, that's why it's a useless save, because it's open. I got you. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, am I going to have to go upstairs and flip the switches for the save colors or whatever? A 3-foot gap. Oh, great. I could describe most of this level. It really is the unsafe. Oh, hold on. We got... Heard Robotnik's voice briefly. Also... Interesting Batman. Is it in this enemy? Why would that be a 3-foot gap, though? Oh, what is it in here? Simple, rather complex. Oh yeah, no, I mean overall, yeah, there are some complexities. Hold on. I almost never get to use these, and it doesn't help here. I thought there was like a secret thing or something like that. Oh, nope. Stop it, Robotnik. Ugh. I feel like it's like in there. C block. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's not. Okay, hold on. So it's probably in here. Nope. It wasn't like on the ground. C block right there. What's the 3-foot block though? 3-foot gap. What am I missing here? Up? Nope. Shut up, Robotnik. It's not in this one, I already know that. Okay, where the hell is it? I can't just make an emerald appear by putting sunglasses on. Sip the boots at max. True, but then where is it? On the air duct on the yellow floor. The yellow floor is below me. Fuck. Oh, this one's killing me. That's what I think. So I think so too. But there, it's what the fuck kind of placement was that? Alright, I got like less than a minute. I've like never seen one there before. I'm gonna die. There also aren't that many hint things in here either. Close though. Nothing. Yeah, I'm fucked. Nope. Fuck. Yeah, that's it. Now there's like one right near me. Two-colored container. What, this thing? No. Chaos! Hey, what's going on, Blue Turtle? Here just in time for the end of the stream, pretty much. Shit. Battlefield. Alright. B block. So it's like really close to where you start. Yeah, they really are. I actually don't like this level. I mean, it's okay. On the fence. What, this fence up here?
It's gotta be close. Only
There it
two
is.
more.
Retropolis AO. We really are in Retropolis. Or Retropolis 2 as it will be known. Or well, we actually don't know what it'll be known as. Alright. If I don't beat it this time, I'm just gonna move on to something else here. Air conditioner, oh, that's like top floor, isn't it? This isn't Knuckles, it really is not. I don't necessarily know that it's up here, but I know there are fans up here. So far, it does not seem to be up here. Hey, yo. Hold on, we're getting some signal. A dark room. Up. Light it up. Alright. I keep forgetting that that is not what I think it is. Have you ever had a Chow die from old age in any version? I have actually. I have actually had that happen, yes. I forget how old they have to get, but it does happen. It actually takes a long time, and it's fairly sad. I think it plays like a little funeral type of song when it happens. There we go. I was like, light it up. Like, how many more lights can we have? And then I'm like, oh, that's right. There was a Christmas light gimmick. I'm not going to fucking do this. Like, I'm not going to find it in time. Past the Duchy Pond, the left-hand side. Don't know if that was a serious suggestion or not. Also don't know what the Duchy Pan is. Yeah, I don't know. It happens a couple times, but it's happened to me a couple times. It's a long time, though. Alright, fuck it. We're going to do one more level. Not Rouge related. We're going to do Final Rush because it's one of my favorite levels, and that'll be how we fittingly wrap up an excellent episode of Retro today. Of course, we'll have a little show off of Retropolis as well. Past the Duchy Pond, I have no idea what that meant, and I don't know. Hey, yo. Time for Final Rush right now. Oh, alright, well, in that case. Now I understand it. Like, yeah, I don't think so. There's like maybe like one or two parts of that level I like, and like the rest of it's just garbage. I do not like that level at all. And it goes on forever. I know it like uses all the characters. That's probably the only point I'll give it for being clever. But if it's a song, it's not a song I know. But that does not mean it's not a song, because I know a lot of songs. Hey, yo, more Final Rush right now. There's quite a bit of final rush going on here. There we go. Woo, I do enjoy this level. They just don't make the levels like this anymore. Like, I mean, they have rail grinding levels, but like just the things you could do here, you get very experimental with this. And I oftentimes did. Experimental does not always mean good, although hopefully for today's episode of Retro it did mean good, as we experimented with quite a few different camera angles and things of that nature. Hey yo. Hey yo again. Woo! Just glad the Dreamcast got in on the action, albeit last minute. They did. Right now. Oh, come on! Give me that shortcut. Got it. Irony is that the magnetic shield messes up any chance for like a light speed dash string, which would make some of these rail grinds a little bit smoother. But that's fine. Hey, yo. So yeah, I mean, this is a great way to end the month, obviously, with a brand new episode of Retro. Alright, whatever that means. Now that Turtle's here, you guys can do all your little weird Bobby nicknames and emotes, which I guess are really weird anyway, but... Ooh, that was close.
Yes.
Yeah! Hey, yo. Hey, yo, again! Woo! No! Oh, really was devastating. Damn it, that sucks just because I wanted to see like what my score was gonna be, and now it reset. And I'm like 2/3 through the level or whatever. So, whoopsies. I mean, that is a chance you take in this level. I mean, as a kid, I hated this level because of just how many falls there are. But now that's why I like it, because it is so like. Ooh, oh, damn! Oh no. Okay, yeah, whatever. The car level for Rouge. You would. Ah, oh, man, I gotta play another level. I mean, specifically that one. What the fuck? I just clipped to the rail. Nah, I think this is gonna be it for me. Hey, we did play Security Halls Rouge. I just fucking got tired of it. I mean, the car racing level's okay. More right now. Part never made any sense to me. Like, I mean, I know it's like a chase sequence, but like, what are those things, and why do we never see them again? Like, just like some random rubble just falling from a space colony as Sonic runs downward? I don't get it. I mean, if it had appeared at other points in the game, I could maybe be like, oh yeah, it's just a continuation of that part, but it's like, no, that never happened. Like, there was never a part of the game that did that, ever. But anyway. That was pretty fun. We're gonna wrap things up in a second here. A couple things I want to show off. I know, Turtle has not gotten a chance to see the full Retropolis setup, and I don't know if anybody else, like, I don't know who has and hasn't. I tried to get it in there as often as I could. But, like I said, I mean, the whole thing is obviously about the gameplay, and we had plenty of that today with some excellent games voted on by all the excellent viewers. I'm not doing Boss Rush mode right now, man. I'm pretty tired, otherwise I probably would do more with Sonic Adventure 2. It is a great game with a lot of great content, but let's take things over to here for just a second. I'll probably end up ending here anyway, but for right now, let's go back over to the more Retropolis-looking setup here. And again, welcome Polluted Turtle and anyone else who might have shown up in the last half hour, 20 minutes or so, to see this excellent moment here, this debut stream in the brand new Retropolis. And it's been fun. I really do hope that it lived up to, I don't want to say hype, but I did feel like I kind of talked it up a little bit. So if the question was ever like, what are we going to do for Retro going forward? Well, hopefully that question's been answered. And again, maybe this will be redecorated next time, maybe not. I did want to show off something that Toaster was nice enough to get me, or make for me. And it is the Sonic Adventure 2 mech. It is Robotnik's patented Egg Walker, you know, like, alrighty then, alright. Time to come up with a plan. Shadow, you go over here and put the bomb in the thing, and then Rouge, like, get the Chaos Emerald and whatever, but then blow up the island anyway, because we didn't really think that throw far ahead. So this is pretty cool. This is an original 3D printable here by my friend Toaster Cartridge, who makes a lot of those. Of course, we've already seen the Christmas Shark in some capacity. Shads has gotten some PTSD checking out his favorite Pac-Man toy. And when I say the Christmas Shark, of course, I mean the usual shark, but now he is feeling the Christmas feeling again. And I'll be right back over to wrap things up here, but I just thought I'd do that for a second. This has been fun. It really has been. Only thing I might change in future episodes is like just find a better way to kind of capture the energy of this room, because there is a lot of energy in here right now, and I feel like we're only seeing maybe like a third of it, which is still a nice third, but I think we had a good time with the games. It looks like a reward might have been redeemed. I'm gonna have to go back to my chair anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and check that out while while the camera pans around. Oh, it really is Retro 360. All right, let me start it again then. So Retro 360, this is a new feature. Get a load of this. So Retro 360 is going to be, thank you. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. And since this is the first time I'm doing Retro 360, it's just what it sounds like. It's a, decoration will do. Alright, anyway, here we go. It's just what it sounds like. It's a 360-degree view. There's at least 4 sodas there. That doesn't mean we drink them all. Of course, you got the main setup here. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go up here and... I've always had that stuff, by the way, but that's pretty cool. I like it. You might be wondering why the lights are pink. That's because Rem redeemed that a long time ago. Okay. Might be wondering where those lasers are coming from. Well, that's where Sonic's been chilling on the couch for most of the stream. He did get a little action earlier on there. Those are some of the games that did not get voted for, or just didn't make it into the final show here. This is fun. Bobby's house be blinking. Yeah, no, that is very true. Okay, let's get back to it here. We got E102 Gamma hanging on the wall there. And again, some of these lights got added, or not added, but like, Rem redeemed in a reward where I turned on more lights, basically. Yeah, we do have the laser light going on here. You can see it a little bit better there. It actually looks really cool. I might have to work in that at some point, but, maybe a wireless headset. I don't know if they make such a thing. A wireless headset would help me, because then I wouldn't have to worry about where I'm walking. I could just walk around the room independent of the camera. We've also been kind of broadcasting from here, which I think is kind of neat, because we got the game behind me. We got the game consoles around me that we can see. This is kind of what I'm usually looking at. This is kind of the usual streaming angle that you'd get, except I'd be facing the other way, and everything would be behind me. Again, this is not like rocket science or anything, but I think it's pretty cool. I just noticed that... Guitar, do you play? I do play guitar. That's not a real guitar, though, if that's what you're talking about. That's a Guitar Hero guitar. I do play a real guitar, and I do play Guitar Hero guitar. Or I did. I have not played. I know what you're talking about. I forgot. That's good noticing. You know, I'm still unpacking things, so there's still things that are kind of not put in their place yet. You know, despite my best efforts. Yeah, no, there is a guitar there. I see what you're saying. Right down there.